as they say. Chat is working. Hello, everyone. Mic is not muted. I haven't made that mistake in a while. I don't fool myself into thinking that means that I've remembered. It just means I haven't had it muted when I started lately. Welcome, anyone who's super prompt. Welcome everybody in YouTube future land. That's a thing. Of course, if you'd like to join me live, twitch.tv/ColetteMSLP. We're going to start out, as we usually do, with a tweet and a Discord. And then we're going to jump right into, resolving. We had some success yesterday. I just, wasn't super feeling it. And I kind of still am not super feeling it today. Without some changes. This one, I feel like had a lot of potential. I feel like it needs a third color. Well, let's do the announcements things first before I start rambling about what I've had planned. You can see some of the plans. I think you can. Yeah. In that area. I was just looking for one color to pull out, and that happened. What does this tweet say? Finishing midweek many. Hashtag. Every day I've said it wrong, and every day I've corrected myself, and yet the next day I still say it wrong again. Okay. Tweet. Discord. Where are you, Discord? Yeah. That's good. Hey, Polished Soul. Thank you for joining me. I didn't really plan on doing a ton of extra testing, but with all the colors that I ended up pulling out, we got some testing ahead of us. So, Twitter's done, Discord's done. These are the main colors we were working with last night. These two from Color Club, and these two from Finger Paints. And I pulled out some more Color Clubs and some more Finger Paints, kind of staying in this orange pink sort of a color theme story. You can see I'm real. I have a real firm direction of what I'm going to be doing. But so we've got these two, which are these two. And this one has base colors. We've got the cream is the base color here, and the hollow is the base color on this half of the test. And then these two are just the two pinks together. And then this strip here, we have them all four together, which I was very unimpressed with. Maybe that would be a little bit different with a base color, but it was very meh. You know, in fact, maybe I should just test those with a base color, because this, on this one, you can see the lighter pink. Again, this is a half and half swatch with the darker on one side and the lighter on the other. The lighter pink gets this gold sheen. I wonder how that would look over the peach. We should maybe try that too. Hi, Meg. I'm hanging in there. Oh, seems like everybody's work is really crazy this spring. Maybe it's just the time of year. Of course, I mean, life just has a tendency to be crazy all year round, actually. It's like you can't really get away of a time where there's no stresses, but I think it's important to try and find time to relax. I'm just going to grab this cup we were using last night for the rest of the testing. Maybe add some more water to it because it's kind of low. Where did I? Up there. Water is up here. And then when we get to like the actual manicure. Whoa. Okay, I spilled. The graceful pouring arts are not one of my skills. And then have a fresh cup for the manicure that's like, let's also pour that out now. Okay. Where did that even go? Apparently I pulled out 2 instead of 1. Who knew? Hey, yo. Oh, no, you're sick. That sucks. You know I feel you, because I was sick for quite a while. I still don't know if I would call myself like 100%, but I certainly hope that you feel better. No, that's too far away. I don't even feel like getting up. I'm still tired. I did not sleep very well or very much last night, because after stream, I realized that I had wanted to get that blue and silver one we did last week posted to YouTube, and I had not edited it yet. So I was up kind of late doing that. And then, of course, Beanie's still being a turd about actually letting me sleep. Is this the only one I have ready? Oh, no, oh, they're here. Okay. Working on embroideries ideas. Embroideries? Just one embroidery. Well, multiple ideas for a single... Don't even mind me. But thank you for joining us, Sophia. One of these days after, okay, I promise, after I start my swatching project, one of these days we might have cross stitch on this stream. I think I would not be able to let my own self live it down if I got to cross stitch on this stream before I got to swatching my collection. If anybody that's here now, if you catch me, you won't, but if you were to catch me adding more types of content before I get to my swatching project, that's procrastination. Yeah, it's a hobby that I really enjoy. I mean, it's not easy exactly, but I mean, I started doing it when I was a little kid, and I haven't done it in a long time, but I have like an entire box full of projects I could do. And I think that the setup that I use for nails, I mean, like this would also work pretty well if I were to hold my embroidery hoop here. I could maybe, I mean, I don't know that the lighting needs to be quite as good. I could maybe mess around with things a little bit, but it's on my radar. But if you catch me doing it before we start the swatches, it would be purely procrastination. And maybe the fact that I'm aware of that is the first step. Wonky stomach. Oh, I can relate to that too. I mean, I don't want to put myself out there like a super sickly person or whatever. Like I consider myself generally healthy, all things considered. I mean, I've got asthma and I've got, you know, some other shit, but the stomach, the earlier I get up in the morning, this is part of what has led to my like more nocturnal. If I'm up early in the morning, I'm nauseous. The earlier it is, the more nauseous I am. And it's not really like I'm about to throw up. It's just like such a gross feeling. A little bit of orange juice usually will settle my stomach. Oh, hi, Sakrista. Hi, Anne. You did that as a kid for 4-H. Okay. I keep like flipping these braids out of the way. Let's just tie these back right now so that we're not dealing with that. Okay. All stream. Get in there. Okay. So, we've got a couple strips folded here. We've got this one that we're going to prep with this lightest orange. If these 4 actually turned out nice over this light orange, that would actually save me a ton of testing, but I'd also be kind of sad because I really like some of the colors that I pulled out. Part of the problem, too, with last night's testing, I realized this after the fact, of course, is that a lot of these looked different in the marble than I kind of expected them to look because I was going off of the bottle look because I was dumb and didn't do any swatches. dumb or lazy, or just absent-minded. Okay, that did not actually land polished side down on me, thankfully. So, I was saying, for those of you who just joined us, we were doing all this testing last night and nothing really came of it. Nails are still naked. But this one may be considerably improved just by adding a base color. So we'll see. That's what, sorry, I think I hit the mic there. That's what we're going to start with doing. And if that doesn't work, or if we're not fully happy with it, this is gonna something. Okay, so let's clean off the surface first. I can see it's like super scummy and weird. Spread this drop out. Like that, and get a little bit of acetone here. In my little dish. I also spent like a long time yesterday because I'm still, like, this is looking okay right now, but the lack of zoom on this thing, you know, this solution, I'm not fully happy with that. So I spent like, I don't even know, it probably was like a couple hours last night looking at like capture card options. And the thing is, there's quite a few like nice capture cards and quite a few nice external capture cards, which is one of the things I want, because I'm not even sure if I have a free PCI slot to do an internal one. But a lot of them require Windows 10, which I don't have and don't really plan on upgrading to on this computer. So then I start like looking at the Windows 8 options, and the Windows 8 options are crap. And it's just like, but if I could find a capture option that was not sucky, then I could just hook up the big boy, the tutorial camera, to my computer. And it should work just like hooking it up to a TV, which the manual says you can still record to the camera while doing the TV. So I could have, you know, the stream and the tutorial, and you guys would have like a good camera if I could just figure out a reasonable capture card option. And then I would probably, like, it's always good to have like some spare stuff, but I would probably just switch stuff around. This one would probably become the face cam, and the face cam would probably become the beanie cam, and then the beanie cam would be the crap if everything else absolutely breaks backup camera. Hey, Sparkly. Okay, so what order did we do these before? Pink, orange, other pink, other orange. Maybe let's actually put this down just in case. We're trying these colors, these four, with a base color to see if that gives me a little bit better results. And if it doesn't, then we're going to move on to some other colors that gasp, shock, clutch your pearls. I actually pulled out before stream. Oh my god. It's a rare occurrence, you guys. Moderate organization from Colette. Not on time, really. I mean, I didn't put a time in Discord until a little bit later, but last night I said I was aiming for like a 2 or 3 o'clock stream. That obviously didn't happen. I'm not sure about doing any of the Hollow Knight racing stuff tonight. It'll depend on how this stream goes. And, well, you know, how I'm feeling this evening. I feel like today is a little bit of a better day. It's like certain things you kind of, it's maybe not a better situation, but you've had a little bit longer to just wrap your head around it and, you know, kind of come to terms with things and figure out how things are going to work and get things set up that need to be set up. And I know I'm being kind of vague, but it's just like, and it's not even that I don't, like, I always try to keep the stream positive, number one, and I know I break that rule myself periodically, but I also don't, I try to be honest with what I share with you guys, but sometimes it's like I don't know quite how much I want to share, and also some of it is like not necessarily my business to be sharing, which is kind of why I've stuck with just kind of generically referring to it as family medical issues, which, I mean, that could cover so many things, but kind of like when I asked my mom if she wanted to be on stream, and she kind of was like, not everybody in my life wants their business shared just because I'm sharing my business. Yeah, so I still feel a little bit, like I said earlier today, my brain was still doing the hamster wheel thing and just, not on an even keel, but I do feel better than yesterday. One day at a time. I do think, so you can see the difference here. Oh, come on here. Why is this thing so loose? I need to see if I can find, that actually, let me write myself a note about that. That actually might be a really, like a better solution temporarily, and like a cheaper one, because capture cards aren't cheap either. Like the better ones, looking like probably like $160-ish. I mean, it's not like a huge amount of money. I mean, it's not like a car or something, but anything over $100, I feel like I really need to do my research and consider, and do I really need it? Because this is, for the most part, doing its job. What is this thing even called? I have a thing here where I attach my webcam that's long enough that I can also mount my tutorial camera. If I got a longer one, that would put us a little bit closer without having to do the acrobatics that we were doing when we were attaching it with goofy ways. I think maybe it's called a hot shoe extender. I'll be able to look in my Amazon purchase history. I mean, I'll be able to find it. I can maybe just, the same company might make something. That 100% agree, Sparkly. I mean, sometimes in the winter, like, I mean, I'm not a person with the cold, and you know how winter can be, and it's so deceptive, and the sun's like, oh, look how sunny it is. But it was like almost 50 here today, and the sun was very warm. I actually, the almost first thing I did this morning, like before I even got dressed, after I had my juice, was I took the boys outside in the backyard for a while and just sat in the sun. I mean, I was in like my robe and my pajamas, and I was comfortable. It's my winter robe, but and then just a little bit just before stream, I went out with them again, and just the fresh air and the sun, and just like getting up and moving. All these things that, of course, you tell people when they're not feeling well, but it depends where you are if you're able to take that advice and hear it and to do it. Yesterday I tried to do it, and like it was not as nice of a day, like it was windy and the sun just wasn't cutting it. But today, sometimes just going outside, you find yourself smiling. Anyway, let's focus a little differently here. There. I'm gonna today's stream, I'm gonna try and not mess with the autofocus. We're just gonna be using the focus slider when I really want to switch focus, like when I want to show you the difference in these two. So same polishes, same order. The only difference is that this one has a peach base color down, and they're both kind of like I can't even grab it. They're both kind of glary. There, that's better. But you can see how much that warmed up that color. I kind of like that a lot better. What do you guys think? It's making the pink look oranger on camera than it actually is. White balance is on auto. The white balance is something I'm sketchy with on this also. What is it that's making the pink look so not pink? Because look at how pink. Well, here, maybe I'll hold it over here. It's pink. I mean, it is pink. It is not. It looks very coral here. I mean, it is sitting next to a bunch of oranges, so it does have a little bit of a coralness to it. I feel kind of like the orange hollow is not the most flattering thing in the center of the flower there. Of course, we don't have to do flowers. We maybe should not do flowers. What patterns have we already done Water Marble March? Hey, Ash. The one on the left. This one. The one with the base. Yeah, I agree. I'm not quite do I have a... I pulled this out. This is like a little bit more... Actually, this is more orangey than golden. Okay, so... Let me show you guys. I think the fact that some of the things you guys can tell that like I'm a little more scattered because I'm forgetting stuff that normally just comes completely second nature. The colors, this is hot, hot, hot pants. I don't know why I have to say that. What is that even from? Is that from Simpsons? Is that from South Park? Oh, it's from South Park. Okay, I just remembered the exact... Okay, never mind. It was a poop episode. Hot, 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 hot. Anyway, hot, hot, hot pants. What is this? Cosmic Fate. And then the finger paints are Rainbow Puddles and A Cry Like a Girl. See there, it's looking pink. It's not looking so orange. This is Sidewalk Psychic. I think that might go a little better. Let's try that. And let's do that also with the peachy base. My other thought was that Sidewalk Psychic could go with the hot, hot, hot pants and the, whatever I just said this was, Cosmic Fate, for a triple orange one. Or that I could do a couple of the oranges plus like a creamy white and do like a creamsicle marble. Maybe I should just do the cream and the orange for creamsicle. I don't know. So many options. Once I get going, I do, and that's another like gauge. Like last night, I don't know if it was as visibly obvious as I felt it was. I felt like it was obvious that I was like struggling to like squeeze out those creative juices. And like today when I was looking, I was not like on peak juice game, if that's a thing. But I was like feeling it. This is still getting into my way. Let's tie another one here. You know, I was seeing more colors and feeling like, oh yeah, I'd love to see these together and these together. And maybe after I do this marble, I'll show you guys some of what I pulled out, even if I like this, because I think these might be... We're coming up on the end of March so quick. I feel like I have been doing a lot, but I feel like I could have done more, and I feel like I still want to do more. But usually in April, I try not to do any water marbles at all because people are burnt out on them. I had a comment on YouTube. They're like, you really should try some other nail art. I'm like, it's a Water Marble March. I was like, if you don't like the water marbles, you'll have to come back next month, or you could check my other videos. I got lots of videos that aren't water marbles. And they're like, all I see are water marbles. And I actually went and looked. I'm like, I have over 800 videos on YouTube, okay? The water marble playlist only has like 200 videos in it. And then there's like, I think I counted 70 something live stream archives. So even if you discount all that, it's like 500 something other videos. I was like, just like go look. And then they're like, well, I get water marble recommended over anything. Well, I was like, I almost replied, well, apparently YouTube thinks you really like it, but then I didn't. Because I didn't want to, like, I don't know, escalate it or, like, make a big thing of it. But it was kind of irritating. When people, like, call you out on some shit that's, like, not even real shit. Like, all you do is water marbles. No, actually. And every time I do a non-water marble, there's somebody going, oh, I guess this is cool, but I wish you would do a water marble. Can't please everybody. Anybody that's doing like social media, anything, just always remember that. You can never please everybody. Ever, ever, ever. Ever. I still don't like that. I actually like that less. I mean, I suppose I could just use those 3 and not have like a hollow in there. Please don't tell please don't tell all the holosexuals. Please don't tell Dino. I hope she's well. I haven't seen her lately, I feel like. Let me show you these other colors real quick. See if any of them pop out to you guys. And close these while we're thinking about it. Like right now, I'm leaning toward just using these 3 together, but I'm not sure what kind of a pattern I would want to do. Oh, I was going to look and see what else we've already done this month as far as patterns. Even though I definitely remember doing this exact same thing last night. Okay, the blue and silver, which went up today. Straight petals. St. Patrick's Day. What would I call those? Like extra swirly petals. The purple orly was a swoop. The ocean whirlpool was a swirl. Chevrons and a stir. So actually we have not done traditional flower petals yet this month. By which I mean like flower petals on like a clean bullseye, not like the St. Patrick's Day one, which was on top of chevrons. So, like my very first thing that I was looking for when I was pulling colors, I was like, I think these would be good with a really dark pink added. And I started looking like in my color clubs and in my finger paints for a dark pink. I'm like, where don't I have a dark pink? Cluttered. Yeah, it's like it just doesn't flow. A pink hollow might actually work better. But it might just, I don't know. Sometimes creams and hollows can go together. It's not like creams and hollows never go together. So in the color club, I pulled this out. It looks white, but here's the Orly white. It's a off-white. This is called Paris white. It's definitely more like an almond or I kind of want to call it cream, but I feel like it's even darker than cream. And then I also pulled out, so this'll look pink to you guys. This is called Diggin' the Dancing Queen. It's lavender. You'll be able to tell it's lavender next to feathered hair out to there. Now it looks lavender, doesn't it? Kind of the same thing with these, although these are even like closer. I would say these are pink and mauve. So we've got, is it Love or Luster? Like I feel like that's leaning mauve. Even here, these still like look like they could be two different pinks, but I know this is the purple because, I mean, that's what it was supposed to be in the collection. Because there's not another purple. And then Miss Bliss, which is a lot more pink. Oh, your hollows are making it so difficult. But I love that this camera is showing the hollow. It's interesting because this is from the Chrome collection, and it's flashing a lot less of its hollow on camera. That's kind of interesting how these two are working. Did I? Actually, this is still pretty good even for here. So there's those two. I mean, these really could, I mean, you could do something like this. Or something like this. Or something like, I mean, lots of things. So I had pulled those out. Oh, the school's bandwidth. Thanks for popping in, Sophia. I hope you have a good day. I feel like a lot of times with water marble in particular, especially if you start using multiple hollows, it just gets really difficult to actually see the design. If you mix it in with creams, it's not as much of a problem with the design, but it can still be kind of like jarring. Like it doesn't blend as much. I don't feel like I'm describing it properly. Invasive, that's a good word. Hello, Madeline. Welcome. Oh no, Buttspot has also welcomed you. Okay, so then finger paint. So I'll show you the boring things boring things first. Because I was like, well, some of these were speaking gradient to me, and I was like, well, I could do a water marble over top. I was like, does the Finger Paints top coat water marble? Would I use it with black or white? We have paper mache, plain white, spun sugar, shimmer white, and well-cultured pearl white, and then of course black expressionism black. So thoughts of those with the clear over possibly a gradient of something like this, or even like with this one. That's too much. Like maybe like with these. Then there's like this one was poking out as like a real bright cream. I was like, well, maybe we just need to do like this. Then I'd pulled out these, which were from the summer fall collection. But I think I already marbled with these, so maybe I shouldn't do that. We got Solar Flare. And these also, I was like considering mixing with all the other ones we've already been water marbling with. Solar Flare, Cosmic Chaos, Red Rocket, and then we have Dying to Know, like dye, like hair dye. What an Exhibition. And these, I was just looking, like, remember when we were talking about the OPIs the other day? This is another instance of where you can really tell the age difference just by looking at the format and the color of the label. So we got What an Exhibition. We have Pièce de Résistance. How did I do, y'all? It's got those accent marks. Cubism Crimson. And Prince and Princess. Like Prince, like, oh, you can almost see what level is my focus on? Like up here-ish. Can you read that? Or see the spelling? Like not like royalty prince and princess, like print and princess. Yeah. Me Texan? No, I'm Minnesotan. God, it came out when I said it. That wasn't even a meme or anything. Minnesotan. That one was intentional. Yes, I did what I called a ghost marble back around Christmas time, ash, and I used, do I still have them out here? I think I put it away. A white and a very subtle off-white, and then like I did some chrome tracing things. I think I want to try these three marbled, and we'll see if they're a competition. We should probably test base colors too on that. We'll see if they're competition for the pinky oranges. This is like red and orange. This is a lot more intense. Thank you for the follow, Madeline. I think I'll do orange on one side and then both the reds on the other side. So we'll just quickly, doesn't have to be neat. It's just a test. Not bad. Thank you, Sakrista. All right. I'll put, thought I was on the wrong side of my fold for a minute there. Just a little bit of that and then the darkest. Of course, this all assumes, I hate when I get, oh, you're purple. That's okay. I thought you were burgundy. I guess you are both. You're burgundy and purple. Wow, you're really pretty. Wow. Oh, it looks like almost so dark on camera. Let's see if I can like catch the color properly. Oh, it looks so dark. There. Oh, where's my, here. Will this help? Yeah. It's like burgundy and purple and a little bit of gold in there. That's very pretty. Okay. And that's something else, back to talking about cameras again, that the tutorial camera handles really well. Like, the white background can screw around with the, is it the ISO balance? Or the, I mean, so many camera terms, and it's like, I know the words, and then I, like, instantly question whether I'm using them or referring to them correctly. Yeah, it is kind of whiny. The tutorial camera really handles stuff like that well, still showing a dark color as the color, even against white, instead of, like, a lot of times, and we see the same thing when we're swatching in my polished sketchbook too, when it's so dark against the white that it just turns looks black on camera. So let's see if this works. We'll do 2 tests. We'll test the colors dripped in opposite order. Oh, that orange is strong. Strong push. Which is not a bad thing. Actually, that's pretty... Oh, look at those bubbles pop up. That's weird. Push. Yeah, the orange is very strong. I feel like the orange is a little too strong. TBH. Might work a little bit differently in the other order if it was pushing against the red instead of pushing against the burgundy. Purple. Wine. Of course, we could do something like this. Maybe these. Oh, look at though. We've got... Let me zoom. Zoom. You guys see that little purple scum in the middle? How it's like breaking up a little bit? And this is only 9... Wait, 9 drops? Oh no, 10 drops. Oh, I waited quite a while there, didn't I? Oh, it's starting to dry. I waited too long looking at it. We are not going to be able to draw on that. Okay. Let's try that again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And we might as well try the other order, because why not? Oh yeah. Maybe just these two together, shit. Of course, I've done almost that exact color combination before. Now that I think about that. So that would be 6 drops, 7, 8, off center, 9. Oh, well, you just push that even. Darty center again, though. Little bits of red hanging out in there. A little bit hard to see on camera. A little bit difficult. So, let's... Not the smoothest draw, but not the worst. Not too much curdling in the lines. I should have been going side to side, really, to keep it even, but I don't know why I start... Whoa! Okay, these got really sticky very fast. I actually kind of like what it did to the shape of these here. Like, it made them kind of blurby. But, like... Oh, duh! Fucking duh! I have a fan on. Well, not anymore. I had a fan on. Let's try this again without air blowing on it. No wonder it's drying so fast. I'm dumb. No, I'm distracted. I mean, I'm probably dumb too, but that was just due to distraction. I mean, literally, I've just gotten used to it. Hopefully it doesn't get too stuffy in here with that off. It was so warm in here by the end of stream yesterday. Yes, curdling. Oh, you know what I saw the other day too? I maybe should go do that because we do actually have some 9-month people. Affiliates get access to a 9-month sub emote now. Before it was just, I think, the base, the 3-month, the 6-month, and the 1 year. So I guess I would move my 1 year to 9 months, and then I'd need to make a new one for 1 year, which we're going to be at like scarily soon. I need to remember to do that. Still a weird center. Oh, look at that too. Did you see it spread and then it zoop back? That'll be like when we dip that. We are going to dip this one. That'll be where... Oh, it's still drying. Of course, I was leaning to the side, wasn't I? Because I'm down here leaning right now. When I dip that out, you'll be able to see the colors really blending there. Like it's not going to be a clean red to orange line. I mean, this is doable. If these were your colors and you absolutely... Well, now I'm like completely screwing it up. That side is drier. Look at it. It just is very... This is exactly what I was talking about yesterday when I was talking about how smooth those OPIs drew. See how everything is just moving? Those OPIs were so nice because you would draw through and the rings would stay and you would just get the pattern. Oh, and I completely... Wow. I completely missed, like, my... What the hell kind of dip was this? I completely missed the one swatch color. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're not going to do these. Because they're just not cooperative enough. But, man, that's like the worst dip of a test strip that I ever in the world have done. It's kind of interesting how this orange shows up over the darker color. Like, it turns almost gold. We'll never know how things look over the red, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to use those. We're going to go and do these other colors, but we need to decide what kind of pattern. I mean, should we stick with... Oh, you know what might be really pretty? And then I could get away with only 4 cups also. Let's try... Well, let's stick this over here to dry. So, do I have... I do. Okay, we're not using those. You okay? Sometimes I need to stop doing that. Like, I toss them and then they... And I'm like, oh my god, that sounded like one of them broke. And usually it's fine. I mean, always it's been fine so far. But I should perhaps not continue to test my luck. Okay, we're prepping both sides of this. Can you see? With the peach, so we can get an accurate idea of what it'll look on the nail. Well, mostly accurate, semi-accurate, accurate-ish. We'll go with accurate-ish, I think. Okay, clean the surface real quick. I'm gonna see. Like 12 would probably be good. I feel like 8 would maybe not be enough, but 12 would maybe be good. 12 petals. Oh, still not dry. And this is the difference between some polishes. I mean, that other polish was drying like instantly, and this I'm like blowing on and waiting on, and it's still not actually dry enough to pull out. I think this would be a super fun prom manicure, Madeline. Okay, let's, you know what these still might be good for, though, is a gradient. Should we try it? We'll leave them up here so we can try it later. Because then we could do something over the top of them. Well, that's a thought for later. This, as you can see, though, is a crucial part because things just don't always work out the way you want them to. I almost always test, and if I don't test, I almost always regret it. So, we're going to try 2 orders on this. I'm not positive. I kind of think I maybe want to switch these. I think I might want to go pink, pink, orange instead of pink, orange, pink. We'll see. And at least 12 drops. Okay, posture. So when I lean to the side like that and I'm all close to the cup because I'm trying to like be careful of my bullseye, I'm breathing on the cup and I'm drying out the polish. It's a very bad habit that I've developed like just recently, and I'm trying to break myself of. So, okay, that's 6. Come on here. Whoa. Oh, you're so lopsided. 7, 8. I wanted more drops than this. 9. I'm going. I'm continuing. This is a mistake. Don't do this. 10. 11. Maybe it's not a mistake. 12. Spread out just a little bit for me. Come on. I think that's all I'm going to get. All right. Delicate, delicate. And I do have, I mean, I have too much polish in the middle. I do. I can tell from the way it's acting that I should have stopped. But it's recoverable. We're just going to keep drawing in petals. And see how it turns out. Oh, Beanie. Beanie! Little shit. Why you gotta be like that? Say, but mommy, this quilt is so comfy. Yes, I do speak on my cat's behalf. Shit, I left a hole. Okay, so can you see the hole? Yes, you can. Like, dip in it carefully. Sometimes you can close it and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you gotta just like, can pick another spot to draw in and like pull more polish in and then be very careful. Like, you don't want a goober and you don't want a hole. And I've got like more petals than I really want right now, but I'm trying to repair the hole without leaving a goober, which is not easy. I should stop. I should stop while I'm ahead. I don't know if I would quite call it cotton candy pink, but it is a really nice pink. Okay, that's way too much. See how the center is messy and blurry? It's because there was too much polish there. I shouldn't have pushed it like that. The question is this the right order of the colors? I think I need an actual proper one to determine that. So let's try this again. This time not going for 12 drops. We're just going to stop at 9 or maybe 10. We could maybe do 2 drops orange in the end at the last drop. And that'll keep it from hopefully completely disappearing as we draw the flower in. Because as you're drawing in and you're dipping, you know, you're removing polish, you're removing some of that center. Okay, and then 2 drops of orange. I'm gonna spread just a little bit more for me. I feel like this is a really thick pink ring, and I'm not quite sure why it's so thick, but we're gonna go with it. Light as air touch. 2 hairs and some air. Is that what Bob Ross would say? 1 hair and some air. Except we're not using hair, we're using an orange stick. Yeah, I like how this is looking better than the other one already. My first instinct was in fact correct. I was pushing it way too hard on 12 drops of polish. And I'm trying to dip more often here so I don't have such a large dip at the end, so that we hopefully don't get another hole like we had that we then have to try and fix. So you see, you got a messy center there. You don't want a messy center, but just like dip cautiously. And in fact, I would prefer these to come in a little bit more, like this. Oh, now I'm leaving a hole. Of course, if I use the peach as the base color, especially if I make it more opaque, then a hole is not the end of the world. So let's dip this as it is. What do you guys think of that? It's looking very orange on camera again. Come on, Beanie Cam. Man, Beanie Cam is struggling with this. It's changing color before my eyes. There. That is actually fairly color accurate. What about this camera? Can you... It's looking a little orange there. My thought was using the center of the flower as an accent, but I'm actually not super loving the center of the flower. I think that the lightest orange as the center is the right call, though, don't you guys? Of course, we're not using the center, so it doesn't really matter because you're not going to be able to tell. Or should I point these? Should these be pointy? Especially if I'm not gonna... Okay, we gotta do one more test. One more test. Or maybe two more, because, I mean, one more test strip. So, let me fold this up real quick. And then, how long have we been going? Oh, we've been going almost an hour. Okay, this was more testing than I initially planned on doing. TBH. But I think it's paying off. Well, I know it's paying off. It's not a question of whether the testing pays off. It's just a matter of how much the testing pays off. Okay, that's good enough. So, we'll try it with this. I kind of almost feel like even the 2 drops of orange are maybe too much. And maybe I need to just stick with 1. 7 commercials? That seems like really excessive, Sakrista. Does it just have a web browser app where you can just go to the web page instead? Then at most you should only get, I think, 1 or 2. I think I've had Twitch show me 2 commercials, like if they're very short commercials. But usually it's only 1. Okay, we're just going to do 9 drops. Stop leaning, Colette. Stop breathing on the cup. This is feeling much more even. Oh, did I speak too soon? Never mind. Never mind. Even? What? What's that? Fuck. God damn it. It's so lopsided. Can you, like, get over here a little bit? I mean, I shouldn't be doing this. What do I think I'm doing? I've never tried to do that before. All I did was get a bunch of the orange out and give it time to dry. That was not productive. Oh well. Hopefully we still have time to test what I wanted to test. And the center does not super matter for this anyway. So, it's working a little bit more quickly. Go 4 sides. Go in between. Ooh, starting to dry over there. And then pull out. Each petal from the center to the edge. Fuck, I wanted to have like something to say for each petal, but it didn't quite work out. Kind of like those also. Almost would look really good on the skinny ones too. Let's try. I'm going to actually switch these this way. And we'll do one more test. And then we're going to move on to the manicure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on here. 8, 9. I do kind of feel like the rings are moderately more even here. Very moderately. The lighter pink does give me a slightly wider center in the circle to work with though, which does make it easier for pulling petals, I find. We're going to do 12 and then we're going to try and point them. See if it stays dry long enough. I feel like this is better. Maybe what I need to do is to well, we'll see how this looks. I was gonna say maybe I need to, if I like the other order, but I just need to end on this, on the pink rather than ending on the orange. Maybe I should have been pulling these across from each other too instead of just going around. Wow, those are quite skinny though. I don't know if I prefer those over the, like a 12 points versus 8 points. So like the difference between these two. Oh, nope, this way. And it's still giving it. There, that's a little bit more color accurate. Whoa! It's wet. It's hard to like not have it flopping around. Of course, the other... Oh, I haven't done that in a while. I don't think I want to do that. I kind of like... Wait a minute. You gotta put on... gotta put on paint. Well, the other option is, if you have a robe, just throw a robe on whatever you have over you. And I consider it okay to be in your backyard in a robe at any time of day. No judgment here. Hi, Boz. I hope LJ's doing... Wait, LJ was already here. Or was that last night? Say hello to LJ if I didn't say hello. I'm slightly confused today, Boz, because real life is a pain in the fucking ass. You like the 12 point, yo? I kind of do, too. I wish... What is it that I wish? Let's do one more test. Okay, I want to try... Okay, so if I want to end on that, then let's start on orange. We can still do 9 drops. We can still try and do 12 points. She's watching and cooking. All right. Ooh, what she's cooking. I don't get dinner until after stream, so it is already that point in the stream where food starts sounding delicious. Sorry, too, you guys could be a little bit more like that. Butt spot. Oh. I need to get something on my nails, too, though, because I keep knocking them into stuff and then, like, looking in a panic, like, what, did that chip it? Because it's winter, and I really shouldn't have my nails naked for 3 days. Oh, that sucks. Always, especially in the summertime, our backyard is so private because, like, against the front fence, we have lilacs growing, and they're quite established, and then we have, like, some, I hate the bush, but it does actually create a lot of cover over the rear part of the fence, and then usually there's, like, sunflowers or stuff growing on the one neighbor side, not that they're home that often anyway, and the fence on the other neighbor side is actually not quite a privacy fence, but it's not chain link either. So, I mean, you guys know I get up late. I definitely go outside in my pajamas and robe. But I do have a rule that I do not go in the front yard in my pajamas and robe after noon. Whoa, where did that even flick to? I don't know. Just trying to get a good sized drop on here. 2, sit up straight. 3. Oh, it's getting really sticky. 4, 5, 6. Whoa. Okay, let's just pick this up. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so give me just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. I still feel like the other order kind of kept the rings a little bit more even. It's kind of weird. Let's see. We'll do half of this 8 and half of it 12. So we'll do like this. And then we'll do like this. Oop. And then we'll do like this. And then we'll do like this. Just do like this. And then we will point them out. Like so. And it's not even, so it's a little harder to go directly across from each other. I feel like they're starting to dry a little bit and they're stretching a little more than I would prefer when I point them. Maybe I should not go all the way to the edge of the cup. That would probably help with that. All right, so usually test strip is 2 things, but there's this little area in the middle. I don't know if this is a good idea or not in this particular case, but we're going to go for it. We're going to go here. We should get some of the 8 and some of the 12. That sucked. That was horrible. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. I love them too. I'm not 100% thrilled. I might do this order, which is what? It's pink, orange, pink. I'm going to do this order to keep the petals even, and I'm going to do 8 petals, and I'm going to point them. That's what's happening. Now what are you doing, white balance? Making the cup look fucking purple almost. It's so weird. Like, I feel like, I mean, white balance is based on, like, how white looks in different lights. Like, the goal is to get white back to looking white. That's why it's called white balance. So I feel like when I have, like, the paper towel and stuff, that should make it easier for the camera. Am I wrong in my thoughts about white balance? Does having this much white actually make shit difficult for it? I mean, look at how much my hands confuse it. Okay, we're going to stop that because we did that for a long time the other day. I guess I don't really need to clean this out too much because we have a whole nice fresh cup that we'll be using for the tutorial. We'll move that down here. We'll move this back up here. I think it would be, what's the word? Prudent. It would be very prudent of me to take a potty break before we get started on the nails. So I'll leave you guys with this. Actually, that's dirty. Let's get rid of that. That can be our cleaning napkin for today for our orange sticks. So we're gonna do some of this that looks like some of this. Oh, that is not even on camera. Of course, let's zoom out. Zoom. This is what's going on when I return. Let's, whoa. That polish just doesn't want to hang out with the other polishes. My bathroom is all the way downstairs, unfortunately. Hello here. The current time is 5:53. I'm going to try and be back to you guys by 6 o'clock. Might be back a little bit early. If you need your own potty break, now is the time to go do it. It does look purple on here, doesn't it? It's a chameleon. It really is a freaking chameleon. I'll get you guys some music if you are going to just stay and be so kindly patient for me. And of course, I forgot to write it on there, but it is going to be the wonderful Unwritten Return. Everybody's favorite, right? Maybe not your favorite, but you probably, if you were to hear this somewhere else, which you could, because like, I mean, it's not mine, it's a Creative Commons thing. This would make you think of me. Feeling when you realize you never actually put your BRB on screen. It happens. Pro strimmer, you know. Oh. Sorry about that. Well, so to anybody that just came in, anybody that was here when I was talking, understood what was going on and was probably laughing at me going, oh, Colette, you're such a noob. Okay. What do I need to... Let's get the tutorial camera mounted up here. Big old heavy boy. I don't know why my camera's a boy. Oh, God. I swear. Like, technically, my arm is rated to hold this much weight. But every time I put it on there, it's like... Hey, Cyressa. Thanks for joining us. We just finished the rest of the testing with these colors. Get out of here, little orange stick. With these colors. And anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. I think this will be the first time this month that we're mixing brands. I've been trying to use different brands all month long, and that's why we pulled out Color Club and Finger Paints. But I thought I was testing for a Color Club Manny and a Finger Paints Manny. It turns out they're having a little collab with this kind of pretty spring flower thing. And we never went back. We're getting to the end of the month, and you guys, I promise I haven't forgotten because I still have the tests here. I feel like I kind of need to like say this now because I'm talking about pink flowers. I haven't forgotten about the Veil marble plans. Where is it? I just feel like it's going to need more testing than we did more than I planned on. I think this is I know this is going to take more, and I just wasn't quite... It's tricky. We're going to revisit this. I don't know if we're going to make it by the end of March. I guess my nail shape is kind of squoval. A little bit rounded on the corners, but mostly a squared off tip. This one's looking pretty good right now. They're kind of still short. I've been trying to keep them not too long intentionally, even though, I mean, I love them longer. But we've been able to maintain no patches since the beginning of the year. Since right after Christmas, in fact. I forget who suggested. What is in here? Where did you come from? These little balls. Oh, I know where these came from. Never mind. It's dusty. It's been pushed under my monitor. I have a Dappin' Dish. And for size reference, so we had some talk about, well, what if we just, in order to get these flowers small enough to go like on my finger and still be recognizably a damn flower, well, what if we used like a Dappin' Dish to do the veil marbling in? So that's still on my radar. May or may not make March. May or may not be poppies. None of these screamed poppies to me. They scream more crabapple or cherry blossom, I think. Doing them in blue could be pretty too. Like little small cornflowers or something. But for now, our pink flower is going to be this. And I probably will call it a pink flower, even though it's got like orangishness. Orange-ishness. Probably not a word. Oh, I like coffin too. I do taper the sides some, but right now they're not very tapered. You can't really notice. Hi, Dr. Crotron. Hollow Knight demands what? What is Hollow Knight demanding of me? I may do, while we're speaking of Hollow Knight, there may be a Hollow Knight stream tonight. It's going to depend how I feel after dinner. My energy level. I'd like to do one of the community things, but, you know, last time I played Hollow Knight, it was kind of a fucking disaster. Although we got through it. We got through it. He laughed at you? What? It's a thing. Oh, no. Is the e-file like one of those electronic spinny ones? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's very shallow. I mean, plus this is like, it's got like this thick bottom. Yeah, it would be tricky. We'll see, though. We'll see. That may be the next... Oh, shorter nails. Mostly just the thumbs, which, I mean, I'm keeping super short. Because they like to grow the most out of everything. Yeah, I push buttons on accident in my video games if I don't keep my nails filed. Oh, and it's warm enough I need to turn off the space heater again. No, we can't shout out shorter nails. There's a short nails quote. He thought you were making up words. Okay, if you can say something and another person understands what you're talking about, it's a fucking word. Don't at me. With a lid? I didn't know they came with lids. Portmanteau? Wait, what's a portmanteau? Is that a suitcase? Oh, you added me. I say that just completely as a meme, and then I'm like oblivious. Oblivious. How are you, Doc? Are you home? I hope. Oh, well, you must be home because I saw you posted a ridiculous ass time on the Weekly Rando. Dude, I don't even want to try practically. I'm gonna fucking embarrass myself. Yeah, hangry. And then it becomes a word. I bet hangry is in a modern dictionary. Let's see, is this the Dappin dish with the lid? Oh, goodness. God, it's so fancy. But I still don't understand why it needs a lid. I mean, I guess maybe if you used it all the time and you kept it full of, what is it for? Dappin liquid? Is that what it's even called? I don't even know why it's called a Dappin dish. I just saw it one day and I was like, I probably should have one of those. Could do nail art things with it. But like, do people that do acrylics like keep it out with liquid in it? I would think you would. It would be like my little acetone thing. Like you would just put out enough for that manicure, and then when you, well, I suppose maybe is it expensive? Do you not want to just throw it away or put it back in the bottle? I suppose maybe it's if it contaminated, you wouldn't want to put it back in the bottle. It's like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I guess so. All fires have been put out and soldiers are well fed and rested. Dragons got all his sheep. Yeah, I've never messed with acrylic. I've been tempted. Like some of the sculptural things seem really cool. But not something I ever actually get around to doing. Yeah, acetone does evaporate fast. I mean, I usually just put out, like right now, and it's kind of funny. I got a sponge stuck on the bottom of my little dish, but it's nice because it puts it at this little angle. So you see, and then when I have my orange stick, I can just in there and then wipe it off on a paper towel. But I usually just put in, you know, a moderate amount. And I mean, acetone, thankfully, is cheap. Okay, so we've got our colors. We've got top coat out. We've got latex out. I might need to actually refill this soon. It's getting down just a little bit, but it's staying really nice. Like I don't have gunk all in the stem. I don't have gunk all in this stem. It's a little, I see a little goober right like there. I mean, super, super minor goober. I'm just going to wipe that over here so not to put it back in here. But like I don't see a bunch of weird stuff happening in there like would just always happen with Simply Peel. Breakfast for dinner. I know that's one of your favorites. Dr. Crotron. Somebody asked me the other day if you were my boyfriend. I was like, wait, what? And no shade to that person. It just like, it struck me like, what? And then it like struck me super funny. And I said, like how some people have like their work wife, I would probably be like your Hollow Knight wife. Oh, where's my, oh, whoa, right in front of my face, just slightly out of line from where it usually is. The most important thing, well, one of the most important things, the starting important thing, which is base coat. Let's just move this out of the way for a minute while I clean off my nails. I think what actually had happened is that they were watching the race and they were confused of who was talking when, because they were like, well, wait a minute, didn't you say you knew where he slept or something? I was like, oh, wait a minute, I think that was Ash and Pancakes. I was like, Ash and Pancakes live together. I was like, I'm half a country away from Dr. Crotron. Brenner, yes. How come nobody calls it Druckfest? Because that sounds weird, I suppose. Dinfest? How about that? I kind of like that. Confuse all at all times most of the time. Yeah. It's hard even for me to keep up sometimes. That night when we had 7 people going, holy crap. Even though I had like the thing where I could see it, but I mean I was playing, so I couldn't just be looking like, oh hey, who's that talking? Alright, we are cleaning with a little bit of acetone. Make sure the nails are fully clean, fully dry. No residues, no skin oils, no soap, skim, film, stuff. All in a vain effort to get the peel-off base coat to last longer. It's the same. I do the same thing if I'm using regular base coat. I feel like it just, you know, obviously it's going to adhere better to a clean nail. Just makes sense. If you don't like using acetone, you can use alcohol. But I like acetone. Yeah, this is gonna flake eventually, the corner of this nail, and then it'll probably break. Then I'll have to cut everything down again, because that's what just happened last time. What is up with that game? I saw a commercial for it the other day. I saw Pooh is gonna be playing it tonight, apparently early. When does it release, and what is up with it? It looks like some ninja shit or some samurai shit. Make sure you get right on pre-budding that. 3:22 tomorrow. Well, tomorrow what time? Tomorrow local time or tomorrow like Eastern, so like 9 o'clock for you? We're gonna have a 9 o'clock Dr. Crotron stream? Or are you just getting ready for tomorrow? I hope you can stream. I didn't realize I'd already opened that. That was not smart of me. But I know you said the other time you might not be able to stream for like 3 weeks, but you streamed last weekend. I hope things line up again, if for purely selfish reasons. Dark Souls in Ancient Japan. That sounds pretty cool, even though, I mean, you probably know I don't know too much about Dark Souls either. I never played it. I've seen it played. Just more than I can say about many games that I like have only heard about. Okay, we're going to get started on the tutorial, y'all. We're going to make sure that we're not completely dirty for YouTube with our testing polishes. Like sometimes I literally, like this right here in this little crease in my finger, I don't notice it until I look in the camera. And I'm pretty pleased too. I mean, they're dry now because I just did acetone. In fact, let's zoom you guys in. My cuticles are looking really good right now, I think. There, that should be okay for you guys. Dark Souls is what got you started YouTubing and streaming. Aw. Hey, Linzer. It went as could be expected. What does that mean? Wait, you attempted to cut your own cuticles. Oh my god, okay. You just gotta be careful. I'm hoping you don't mean that expected was like blood spurting everywhere. Because, like, that can certainly be a thing. I try to cut my cuticles as absolutely little as possible because when I heard this, it made a lot of sense. Basically, when you fuck with them, the more they're going to be like, oh my god, you're fucking with me. Let me grow to defend myself. The more you fuck with them, the more they grow. I try to fuck with them lightly and gently, but frequently to keep them like... I mean, I don't have like the most flawless cuticles ever. Are we at a good... Are we at a good focus here? I guess so. No, blood is not required for success. Blood, in fact, indicates unsuccess, aka failure. Wait, what did I say? Don't clip it or clip it. I mean, I can't stop you from clipping it. I literally don't know what I... Something about blood. God. Oh, God. All right, let's start doing the thing, y'all. Yeah, it's really, I mean, there's a learning curve, Linzer, but it's super doable. Thank you for the host, Basenji. All right, let's go, you guys. Starting out with clean, dry nails, we're going to begin with a base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. Like, I've never, like, actually got my nails done at a salon, but I know a lot of people, like, in the nail polish community, for one reason or another, like, used to be frequent salon visitors and moved over to doing their own nails. Making the trip more than you hate spending the money. I can feel that. I hate going out anywhere. It's like, man, can't I just have this delivered to my home? I'm surprised I don't use like a grocery delivery service or something. But part of me always is like, no, you need to get your butt out of the house or you're just going to want to leave the house even less, and then you're going to turn into a hermit. Which I nearly did, like, over part of winter. And then when I finally went out to, like, get my prescriptions, my anxiety was so high. I was like, shit, I've lost my, what do you call it? Desensitization to being in public because I've stayed home too long. And I was just, like, freaking out the whole time. And I was like, okay, note to self, don't stay home this long of a period. I gotta maintain my practice. World of Warcraft nails, cool. If it had been timed a little bit differently, I maybe could have gotten into World of Warcraft. Like, I think it's cool, I never was into it. And now it seems like one of those things where it's like, well, you can't just, like, start playing now. There's so many, like, it's been around for such a long time. I guess you can. Dr. Crotron, I read an article the other day, I forget if it was on Polygon or something, about somebody who just started playing Final Fantasy XI. And just, like, reading their description of it, I was like, man, that sounds so weird and so different from how it used to be. But I still miss that game sometimes. I really enjoyed it. Even if not, like, super really for the MMO aspects of it. Not talking about cuticles. Oh, you're using Ready for Takeoff. I like it, Linzer, because it really cuts down on the amount of acetone I have to use. I mean, it is a peel-off base coat. It may do that when you don't want it to do it, but I love my peelies. Yeah, Caritha, I would say, like, do your research and just, I don't know. Like, there's good nail techs out there, but it seems like there's so many shitty nail techs out there. I know my friend, like, I don't do her nails often. I don't do anybody but my own nails often. But she had on gel polish and she was over here and she's like, I'm like, stop what you're doing. Come here, and got out the clippies and the acetone. I was like, we're soaking this off. You can't do that in front of me. Like, blah. I like got so, like, just cringy. I just, like, couldn't do it. I just could not do it. I was like, I will take this off for you. You can't do that in front of me. And it was kind of satisfying because, you know, like, when you really soak it off and then it just, like, it's like scraping ice cream or something. But so I'm scraping it off of her nails and we get down to her nails. And I'm like, what happened to your nails? Like, they had all these, like, vertical lines, but not just, like, ridges. I'm like, if you get this done at the shop, are they soaking it off or are they filing it off? Is this marks in your nail from them fucking improperly filing it off? And she's like, yes. So it was like, you know, those little spin and, like, just imagine doing that to remove gel polish, except they go too deep and they leave a series of fucking, like, in your nail. You don't want that. So like go somewhere where they don't do that. I don't know how you find that out other than like, I don't know, asking around, but like if you go, just be like so careful. I guess that's my main thing. I was like, okay, you need to not go there anymore. You need to just soak it off at home. Like gel polish, I don't feel is always bad for your nails. I think some people definitely are sensitive to it, and I think there's a wide variety of ways that you can improperly remove it. But like, I've done full gel manicures on myself a few times, and if you're like really patient and soak it off, I mean, nothing happened to my nails. My nails are fine, and obviously like you want to file off the top so that you don't have as much to soak off, but you don't want to file like into your actual nail. Oh, I was about to answer Dr. Croton, and then I saw he said BRB. My braids are still, I don't know. I'm getting sick of my braids. I got to take them out pretty soon. A glass cuticle by Germanicure. My cuticle pusher, where is it? Is this one. It's a little bit sharp. Like, you don't want it knife sharp, like slice you, but you do want it sharp enough to be able to like get up the cuticle that gets stuck to your nail plate. Or, I mean, you can use something gentler, like even just an orange stick if you use cuticle remover, but I've never actually done that. And then, of course, the other end is the dangerous scrapey end, which is also, can I catch the edge here? Yeah, you can kind of see. That's also a little bit sharp. Not knife sharp, but sharp enough. Oh, yeah, no, That's the main thing that seems to cause the most damage. Also, in some cases, the prep, when they really like want to rough up your natural nail like excessively. Like, yeah, I can see why people are scared. I mean, I'm kind of scared too. I would be scared just to like, I don't know, even have somebody like push back my cuticles or do anything. Or I also don't know that I would be that comfortable sitting close to somebody for that long. I mean, I guess you're like across the table from them, but like having them like hold my hand and like, there's things about it that appeal to me, but there's like such a huge mountain of stuff that doesn't appeal to me. I probably will never ever do it. Okay, so we're going to go over the colors. We're going to do a base color, and then we'll do protection and a water marble, and then we'll be done. Simple. Simple. Okie dokie. Please stop shaking, camera. The colors that we're going to be using today are from Finger Paints and Color Club. The bright pink, whoa, that was kind of clumsy. I was holding it like I had wet nails, even though I don't have wet nails. Part of that chatting was to allow the peel off base to dry completely, because I feel like it gives better peels when it's fully dry. If you want to wear it longer, and I haven't tested this, you can try putting it over the peel off base before it's fully dry. We should test that sometime. Not today, though. The colors that we're going to be using today are from Finger Paints and Color Club. The bright pink is A Cry Like a Girl. The orange is Hot 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 Pants. And then this other kind of duochromy, pinky, lavender, gold, weird cuddle color. Little cuddle. I said cuddle because I read puddle. I don't usually have this much trouble speaking this early in the stream. Maybe it's because I didn't finish my tea. All right, take 3. All right. The colors that we're going to be using today are from Finger Paints and Color Club. The bright pink is A Cry Like a Girl. The light orange is Hot 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 Pants. And this kind of duochromy, color shifting pink, lavender, gold is called Rainbow Puddles. I'm going to be using Hot 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 Pants as my base color. And then I'll be protecting around my nails using liquid latex and tape. Sometimes it is so hard to get through that talking part. correctly pronouncing, that's not the word, pronouncing polish names. I saw 2. When was that? I wonder if those are available yet. This orange was part of Color Club's Pop-tastic Pastel Neons collection. And I saw, it was probably on Instagram or maybe on Twitter, that they were showing off a pastel neon collection that did not look like a re-release of this. It looked a little more neon and a little bit less pastel, like a little bit brighter shades. And I really like these, so I should probably look into those. And I also want to look into the oil slick collection that was re-released. I hope like the distributor sites get them though, because Color Club's website is kind of expensive. Although they do have frequent sales, like they still just Trans Design or those kind of sites are way cheaper. But I would definitely pick up probably all of the oil slicks, because I did not get them. I didn't get any of them, I don't think, the first time. And probably all the pastel neons too. The ones that I have, at least, and I would assume they're probably a similar formula. Like, they all water marble quite well. They mix and water marble quite well with most of Color Club's hollows. Which reminds me of another thing that I was supposed to finish, which was to confirm that the Walmart quote-unquote exclusives are actually just existing Halo Hues colors renamed. I need to look into that, because that's what somebody said, and then I was like, what? Because I had seen pictures, I was like, some of them I can for sure see that, but I swear this looks different than such and such. But I feel like that would be a very retail-y thing to do. Just rename a bunch of shit and call it an exclusive, which is a lie. Like, that's not what exclusive means. Hello, companies. Hey, Amethyst. Yes, we are just getting started on the manicure. What do we have here? Yes. Whatever forever. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like what do I want to say? Like a step up the spectrum. I mean, a couple of them look similar to this. They're saying they're new, though. 40%. They're saying they're new. The orange, like there's 2 oranges. If you look at the Instagram link Polish Soul put in the picture, it looks like this one would fit right in between those 2 oranges. Do I still have the pink out? These 2 are also from that collection, so you could also compare these. Like, there's not a pink that's this light and this lavenderish pink. I have trouble just calling it lavender. Like, also is lighter than, like, it's like there's like 2 oranges, there's like a pink and a salmon, and then there's like a berryish lilac, and then there's like a kind of periwinkle purple, and then like a teal, and then a light, and then like another turquoisey. There's not like a very truish blue in this, and then like a green and a yellow green and a yellow. Is this actually 12? Can I count? Yeah. So a full 12 color collection, which they don't always do. I think the one I have is only 6. No, the one I have is 7. And 7-piece collections are odd. Oh, you bought it during the 50% off sale. Nice. Oh, and you got the hollows from Walmart, yo. Also nice. And Trans Design has my... Okay. Run over to Trans Design right now and buy shit. Or do you mean the pastel neons or the oil slicks? I mean, I want both of them. I don't need to be buying any polish right now. I honestly don't. I really have been lately, like, severely cut back. I didn't buy anything. Black Friday sales, Christmas, any of that. I hauled pretty hard on Colors by LaRoe, but that's because that was like a practically website closing sale. And I mean, I'm thinking about Zoya because we're coming up on Earth Day, And I really like a couple of their holiday colors. But I'm not even sure how many are in the oil slick collection altogether. I think it's more than 6, might be 12, might be some other colors that are also considered kind of oil slicky just because they're duochrome. I'm just sitting here looking at this. It's so pretty. Let's get that off my screen so that I can concentrate on what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's put on another coat of this orange. Most of the time for a water marble, I would let this, I would call it a day. But because we're using this and we know how sheer this is and how weird it looks in some cases, which for anybody that's just joining us, well, that'll work. This is a comparison. This is the same, well, except we don't have the hollow on this one, but this and this are the same pink. The difference here is it has the orange base. We don't want this color because I don't think it goes. This is really nice though. So we want to have a nice opaque orangey base. Oh, nice. Okay. Please tell me they're nice and cheap and not expensive. That gets frustrating when I see everything else is cheap and then the new collection is like a couple dollars more. That happened to me with the OMG collection, and I was looking and they were cheap, and then I hesitated, and then the price fucking went up. I was infuriated. And then I think it went back down again too, like after I purchased it. $4.25 for the creams. That's not bad. I think that is probably cheaper than the Color Club website because I think they're $10 each. $8.49, motherfucker. Why did I just cover my mouth like I never curse? Yeah, I'm gonna have to look around. I'm not interested in paying that much for a Color Club polish. I'm not interested in paying that much for most polishes. $5, give or take, that's okay. Less than $5 is very okay. More than $6 or $7, and I'm starting to be like, what is so special about that? I mean, I guess they are multichromes, and that is special. Is it that special? Are they that good? Does anybody have them? Am I asking too many questions? Yeah. Color Club is this brand, Linzer. Yeah, if the free shipping too could be the deal breaker on that, because Trans Design doesn't do fucking free shipping. So yeah, maybe that would be. And it seems like they do sales frequently. I've seen them do flash sales too, although to date I've never actually seen a post for a flash sale while the flash sale is actually going on. But yeah, if they're like normally $10 on the site and get a 50% off and get free shipping, that would be better than Trans Design trying to rip me off. Or maybe I should check some of the other sites too, because usually they're competitive. Sometimes though, like one site is for some reason cheaper on certain things than the other. So like, I don't know, I can't think of a whole bunch off the top of my head. Like 88 Beauty, they don't seem to update very much anymore. Like you look on there and they don't have any new collections. They just got old collections. Although I believe, 88 Beauty will always have a spot in my heart because I think that's where one of my very, very first online polish hauls came from, and that included the entire original OMG collection and some of my first OPI DS series. Well, DS is for designer series. It's like saying the ATM machine. It's a little bit redundant. Oh, wow, you kept yourself to only 3, Mrs. Shrado? That's willpower. Willpower. I swear to God, you guys, I cannot talk today. Yeah, that's always very frustrating. Some sites do it better than others. I almost always end up Googling for like blogger swatches when I'm shopping though, unless I've like already seen blogger swatches and know that I want them. Okay. I feel like I should like this color more than I actually do. When I was a kid, I actually remember orange being my favorite color. I feel like it looks good on me. Obviously, I'm wearing an orange shirt. I was thinking about an orange manicure when I was getting dressed. But I just feel like, I don't know. We need to get it in the water marble for me to get excited. You bought others. I always have such a problem with restraint when I buy polish. So that's why sometimes it's kind of like easier not to buy anything at all than it is to just buy like a few things. Yeah, I feel like it looks good on me. Of course, the camera doesn't really want to play nice. I guess I don't look too weird. White balance isn't doing too horrible of things. But I'm just not super a fan, and I just smudged it right here. Specifically for your sister's-in-law's wedding. Yeah, and I like wearing just, I mean, I don't wear basic manicure very often, but I do like wearing just like a light color as a plain manicure. Or even like a fresh, pure white, although that's like hell to get to actually look good and even and not patchy. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to let this dry just a minute to hopefully avoid bad things happening. With this particular design, I'm considering whether I can do my favorite new risky thing and dip both of my thumbs together. And I'm kind of leaning toward it. Yeah, I mean, the main thing is like, I mean, there are whites and then there are whites. Just be prepared to be patient. Be prepared to discover, like, pieces of fuzz smaller than you imagined existed. Because they will appear out of nowhere and get stuck in your white polish. And, like, of course you don't want it too gross. Like, self-leveling does not often seem to be a thing with white polishes. Like, they can end up lumpy. Be careful with your application. And then, of course, like, seche vide is your friend. As always. Discover new swear words, yeah. So this is probably too dry for me to do that at all, isn't it? Meh. Alright, we've got the tape here. We've got the latex here. Let's move on to protection. Always use protection when water marbling for your safety and the safety of others. I've been noticing in my videos I'm not always doing a super great job of showing how I'm applying the tape, so I'm really trying hard today to stay in camera. And lately I've been just trying to go on the side of being generous because my dips have been on the sloppy side. Like that, and then come around. Yeah. Yeah, like the one I just edited, it was like every time, well, my hands are shaky. Every time I did the second half of the tape, like my finger was off screen, and it was like you could still pretty much tell what I was doing, but I was like, oh my god, that's not a good tutorial. Like, hey, look what I'm doing. You can't see. Oh, very, very shaky hands today, though. Okay, I probably could stop recording now. I usually only include like two fingers of protection. Oh, that sucks, Amethyst. We were talking about that earlier. It just seems like, I don't know, it's that time of year. It's a stressful time of year. For multiple reasons, and that probably makes people more stressed and just causes them to do other things that make other people more stressed. Oh, I'm so glad, Amethyst. No, I completely understand, because I mean, I've had people say that about my YouTube videos too. And Twitch is very similar. I mean, it's a little bit different. Well, it's a lot different, but I mean, it serves kind of the same purpose. And I mean, Twitch is definitely that for me also. Like, I don't necessarily want to call it like a safe space or anything like that, but it's a relaxation center. It's a chill out spot for me, definitely. All right, we're just going to do these 4. So, like, the thing is, so we're going to do the pointed flowers. We're going to dip 2 fingers at a time. We'll dip pinky and ring finger and middle finger and pointer finger. I feel like I've got, like, beanie hair stuck in my eyelashes. I don't know why. Red and black. Nice. I like red and black. That red and black water marble we did, like, before Valentine's was super nice. So, like, when I dip my thumbs together, it's easiest to do them like this, which means the center of the flower would be between them here, which is not the same side. It's the outside of this thumb, and it's the inside of this thumb. You know what I mean? So that it would be, like, to get them on the same way, I'd have to somehow dip them like this. Or I could dip them like this, but that is like a super awkward, like doing like this to line them up. Doing it like from the sides like this would be easiest. But then, either, like I said, the flower will be facing different direction on them each, or I need to draw the design in a different way. Thank you, yo. Oh my god, Butts Bot. Yeah, water marbling. I feel like water marbling is like visual relaxation. Like just watching. And hopefully, that was one of the water marbling in specifically. That's maybe not proper English, whatever. Is one of the reasons I wanted to upgrade to 60 FPS. So that the spread was even smoother for you guys. I don't know, maybe that's silly. I'm a little bit more comfortable with this new camera now. I'm not hating it. It's doing okay today. But I'm going to continue looking into... how am I going to do this? There we go. I'm going to continue looking into... the capture card thing, so that once I like can afford it, that I can just like know which one I want. I kind of think I know which one I want, but it scares me because it says it's designed for Windows 10, and even though there's like a wide variety of people saying they're using it on previous versions of Windows, like even back to like Windows 7, like, I'm worried that it would not work for me. But the ones that are designed to work with Windows 8 are either really poorly reviewed or they're not 60 FPS. Aw, that's so cool. Yeah, Buttspot is like, oh, I haven't been stepping up today. Dr. Crotron, from what I've seen, the Elgato HD60S is capable of working on Windows 8 with a previous version of their whatever their software is called. But I don't know. I don't want to do an internal card because I don't even know if I have an open PCI slot. Plus, I really don't want to fuck around with this old-ass computer. Yeah, but you're on Windows 10, right? Yeah. Yeah. And the nice thing is, I mean, from what I've read, my tutorial camera can record while it's outputting through HDMI. So I can still use it to record at the same time I'm using it to show you guys. Drivers are not affected by the OS. Maybe I just need to decide if I'm ready to dump that money on it then. I mean, I've seen, like, there's tons of posts out there. There's people using it, were people even using it on Windows 7 for a while. Although apparently that supposedly does not work now unless you use like an older version of the firmware or software or whatever kind of wear. Compatibility mode. Yeah, I mean, I thought it would be a good thing. And some of the ones that are designed to use with 8 too, even the ones that claim they're 60 FPS are only USB 2, and I'm like, can you really do 1080 60 on a USB 2? Because the slot that I would have available, the slot that the webcam is currently plugged into, is a USB 3 port. I was looking at some of their other external ones, like the HD 60 without the S has a H.264 codec thingy converter processor, something that would make it so that my computer can't do it, but it's like way more expensive on Amazon, and it's not even available anywhere else because it's the older version. And I was looking at some other thing, you know, too, though. I wonder too if that's the case. Well, of course, if I did that too, then if I got a new system, it would work. Elgato also makes a thing that if I had Windows 10, I would already have purchased. It's just called a Cam Link. It's designed for your fucking camera, and it's just a little thing, plug, and you're like good to go. That's good to know though that you have the 60S and you like it, because of course once you start looking, there's as many bad reviews as good reviews. I forget what order I decided to drip these in. Probably like that. Did I decide that was... You guys, why didn't I write a note? Why didn't I? Ooh, Amazon has the color slicks. Color slicks. We've just abbreviated that. Yeah, and it seems like it seems to me to have a better reputation than like AverMedia and stuff, a little bit. Yeah. Oh, you just ordered an internal Elgato Emery. And I think that's what RPG Jerry uses. Oh, not a good deal, Amethyst. Which I think, is it the Pro that goes inside? But yeah, shit, if I take this computer apart, it might not turn on again. This computer's coming up on 5 years old, and I'm very pleased that it's doing what it's doing, but okay, I'm trying to remember, you guys. I think we want to do like this. I'm re-looking at my colors. Well, we're gonna do it this way and hope, I guess. Or should I go oh my god, $35 each? Or for a set, that would be a deal. Each is like, who the fuck is even gonna buy that? Hey, Befflor. Yeah, only $5. Oh, Dr. Crotron, to your other question, apparently, it sounded kind of cool to me about how 11 is now. It's basically set up so that you don't need other people. It's an MMO where you can form your own party of NPCs now. I forget what they call it, but I was like, well, damn, where the fuck was that when I was playing? I would have been all over that. I think I want to do this one, but I think I want to do it ending on this color, because this looks good. I think that's what we're going to do, you guys. All right. If it doesn't work, I don't know. Oh, an individual seller. I mean, well, of course, the thing is, Amethyst, maybe they don't realize Color Club re-released them. Because they did get hard to find for a while, and people maybe were willing to pay that much. Yeah. Yeah. See, and with the 50% off, that'll be cheaper than Trans Design. And especially with the free shipping, that'll be cheaper than Trans Design. Because Trans Design shipping was like $10 last time I ordered from them. And I didn't even order that much. Dance game, paying for shipping. I hate paying for shipping. I don't know why. It makes sense. It's not something like that is free to do, obviously. There's people that have to go do that. But I'm just like, oh my God, paying for shipping? Frame Meister? I thought the Frame Master was an upscaler. Or do they also do a capture card? I mean, I'm familiar with the word, but I'm not like intimately knowledgeable of the word. I mean, my only capture right now is like for my retro systems. I've got the GV USB 2, which works. I mean, worked pretty slick. I'm trying to remember if I even had to install drivers or anything for it, or if it just was plug and play. But it's like, of course, the more high def ones are, of course, more expensive. So it's like, I don't know, more of a commitment. Okay, guys, we're going to hope that we've picked the right order here, and we are going to get marbling. Let's put you guys there. There, that's good. Actually, let's use this slightly pink stained orange stick instead of this slightly blue stained orange stick so that it coordinates with our water marble. Wait, and actually let me put out some acetone too. Okay. Pointed flowers. We decided 8 points, right? Yeah, I think so. Here we go. Shit, I didn't clean this yet, did I? It's a fresh cup of water. Can you guys see? No, this isn't quite like... There's like all these fine little bubbles on the side of the cup. I wonder if that's going to interfere with things. Let's just do 1 drop and spread it out to make sure the surface is clean. Ooh, I see a hair on there. This will get that out of there. Probably a beanie hair. Although possibly a me hair. Oh. We'll see. We'll see. I need to do some more research on it, probably at like 2 o'clock in the morning again. I was looking at capture cards and reviews and watching Ludo's playing Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one. So he just got to Ricky last night. We have the hero pawn. Yeah, and it's also, isn't it kind of frequently sold out, Doc? Or am I thinking of the other thing? Yeah, hats could have hair, but no, in this... Oh, I was going to point at him, but of course he's not there. The Beanie cam today is just a jumble of nail polish cam, and Beanie is over there on the bed. Which is... he was at first curled up next to the space heater, and I tried to get him to move, and then he did, and he still didn't go on his chair, so... Should I try to get him over here? I'm just cleaning off this the stem of this bottle because it's really sticky, and then that makes it harder to just dip in and quickly get enough to get a drip going. So I'm trying to just like troubleshoot. Hey, Beanie, you want to come over here, boy? You want to come join us? I'll make room for you right here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look, we got catnip. Oh, look at this. It's catnip. Come on. Come here. Come here. We got treats. Oh no, do we have treats? I thought I had treats. Yeah, we got treats. We got treats, boy. Instantly, we have a cat. Okay, trying to open this with one hand taped up. Okay, let's pinch the tape. Then it won't be sticking. Yeah, you so hungry, spoiled boy? You're not. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Oh, 2. I only meant to get 1 out. Alright. Yeah, this is Beanie. Mr. Bean. Here's a little treat for you. We'll stash this other treat here for when he leaves and we have to bribe him back again. Just hang out right here, Beanie. There's plenty of room. It is supposed to be his camera. I gave him a treat, Doc. Are you saying I have to give him the second treat also? Oh no. An imprint on your arm of a fish. Okay, you can smell it, can't you? Ouch, that hurt. There, look. It's over there. It's over there. Oh, over there. Beanie. Over here. Here. Okay, I was gonna say, literally, cat, come on. Alright, he's licking his chops. He's a well-fed gray boy. Just settle down right there, buddy. Okay, now we can water marble. And now Beanie can probably also ditch us. You gonna just settle down right there? You smell your own dirty butt or what? What was that look? Alright, camera, I'm sorry it took so long. You turned yourself off. I told you. He's just in it for the treats. As usual, for a water marble, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. And we are sitting up fairly straight. And this is spreading okay, I would say. It's a little bit lopsided. In fact, well, we'll see here. It's really drifting. No, I don't like this. It's drifting too much on this edge. Why are you drifting all the way over here? And it's not spreading over here. Let's try this again. Non-ideal spread. I mean, I could have worked with it, but for the tutorial cup, I really like it to be like as it should be. The coffee marble. We had some experience somewhat like that, Dr. Crotron, in some of the other experiments, but nothing quite as bad as that one. That one was very, very, very lopsided. You gonna dry anytime this year? I mean, it's good that they don't dry quickly, but then when I want to just clean them out, it's a little bit frustrating. Oh, that's gonna be... Okay, we're gonna have to do another drop to clean it out, because that's very scummy. I can see it. Yes, well, you can't see that. It's like an invisible color in the water, but it's like not properly spreading at all. Okay. Alrighty. Whoa. Take two. Can we focus here? Camera? Camera. There we go. As usual, for a water marble, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. This is better. Just trying to be very careful not to like knock over a bottle or anything here, because I've already done that a couple times today. There we go. And one more. That's nice. Come on, spread just a little bit more. Once the bullseye is complete, you can start drawing in your design, and I'm going to be drawing in some petals and then pulling them out to points. I'm actually, you know, no. It is supposed to be the other direction. I think it is supposed to be the other direction because my center's not big enough. Like, if I pull this all in, we're going to lose all of that center pink. No, I'm going to do it the other direction. Dr. Crotron, did you see the announcement? Was there maybe even an email that I did not see that affiliates get 9-month sub slots now? Aw, looking for that sympathy, Amethyst. Yeah. So I need to move the 1-month nipple to the 9-month nipple, and I need to make a new, or the 1-year nipple to the 9-month nipple. It's a water marble bullseye, guys. The nipple is not like a legit. Please, Twitch, don't ban me. TOS. My sub badge is not a nipple, Barney or otherwise. And then make a new 1-year one. Okay. If this is not the way, and I just had a bad spread on that one, I'm gonna be so irritated with myself. But I think this will be better. Take not one. As usual, for water marbling, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. This stem is still really sticky. Alright, this is a not bad spread. Whoa. That could have been a problem. It really, really could have. All right. Come on. What if I do like this? Gonna pull just a little bit, just a little bit. No, this isn't right either. I should have left it the first time. Can you guys see the bleeding right here? We don't want that. I guess I was right the first time. Because we definitely don't want this bleeding. I don't understand why my center didn't spread out very well, though. Okay. Other order was correct. 80 inches big. Oh no. I don't know if that's a good thing. Do you mean you can't cast Amethyst, or do you mean your husband has control of the TV? There we go. I really don't know why though. Okay, so the problem I had with the other one, that the reason that I thought I was doing it wrong, is that the center drop didn't spread very much, which makes it harder to do the flower. So why wasn't I getting spread? I have like lost like a degree in here since I turned off the space heater. Okay, maybe I'll turn that back on. You can't cast it, but you've got 2 TVs that you could cast to? But then why can't you cast it? Or am I just like being like misunderstanding in a very obvious way? Which is very, very possible, as I'm obviously having a hell of a time. And this is still just like really... Oh, it's in here too. Okay, this time, you guys, I promise. Also because I'm hungry. Like, I don't want to keep fucking up. I want to go eat dinner. Alright. Fuck. I feel like I've done it once, but I don't know, because usually if I cast to my TV, I'm doing it from my computer. And sometimes it makes me mad because it wants to do it via Twitch app instead of via the Chrome tab. And the Twitch app introduces like an extra 10 seconds of lag, so I want to do it through the Chrome tab. With Apple TV, there's a lot of options. I wonder though, that doesn't make any sense. Does anybody using the app know why that would be? Or is it just like the cast option is in a weird spot? Oh, don't turn off. I'm ready. I'm ready now, camera. Okay. Take 18. As usual, for a water marble, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. Come on here. Alright, weird color come through. Push it. Oh my god, look at this. Why can't I get a good bullseye? Look at this center. Okay. It's obvious why I can't use that right. Why am I having this problem all of a sudden? Oh, also, that's not LJ. That's Boz. He's impersonating LJ. Or maybe it is LJ now, but I think it's still Boz. Like, this pink is the fucking problem. What was I doing before? Ugh. Okay, examination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, the one with 12 drops obviously failed. Okay, you know what? I'm not I think this is the combination I want. I just can't figure out why I'm getting this weird bleeding in the center instead of an even spread in the center. We did not have this problem in the testing. Which was, guess what, in a different cup, y'all. Remember what I said about switching cups? And how I should never do it? But the other cup is a disaster. I can't have that in a tutorial. The other cup is just a disaster. For anybody that's just joining us, this is the other cup. And it's like really dirty and it has a cannonball in the bottom. So this just needs to act right. Is it maybe not quite warm enough? The other cup was the water in the other cup was in my room longer. Can I warm you up like this? Oh, it is you now, LJ. Hi. Delicate doily. I love it. I could. Okay, let's try that. Let's just try that. We'll put this water in here. We'll get this water. It's got some scummy stuff in there, but we'll try to just... There. Are you going to float up or sink down? You see it in there? God. This one. Get up. Okay, let's clean the surface. If this works, you guys literally can see how finicky water marbling is. Like, it's not your imagination. I'm not a magician. I'm just fucking stubborn. Okay. Take 11-5. Where do I want to make the cup look as least dirty as possible on the camera? As usual. Wait, can you please stop moving water? How long does it take for water to stop, like... Of course, part of it is that my... Everything on my desk is unstable. I mean, my desk is pretty sturdy, but it just... I don't know. Alright. We'll just work with that. It's fine. Everything's fine. No worries. It's only nails. Can you focus up here, please, camera? Not this camera. That's fixed. I'm sweet talking the tutorial camera. As usual, for a water marble, we're working in a 5-ounce paper cup. Wait, why did I start talking before I started dripping? Brain fart. Okay. As usual, for a water marble, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. Four. Whoa. 7. 8. 9. We're just going to go with it. Once I've got my bullseye built, I'm going to go in and draw some flower petals, and then I'm going to draw out and turn them pointed. Not happy with this, you guys. Honestly. It's giving me such attitude. I don't like it. I mean, it's not that it's unworkable, it's just like it wasn't doing this in the tests. I mean, we tested for hours and it wasn't doing that. Shit, I left a hole. Oh well, we're not using the center anyway. Oh, points, points, points. You could do half points and half not points if you wanted to. That's allowed. Once you have your design drawn in there, you can go ahead and line up your nails, aiming for the part you like best. Then go ahead and dip in. With your orange stick, clean up that excess dry polish on the surface so that it doesn't stick to your design. And once everything is clear, you can go ahead and slowly pull your nails out. And there's your water marble. I like to use a tweezer to help with the protection. So just get a good grip, and then carefully remove that. I'll do some close-up cleanup once I've finished my other nails with a small brush and acetone. I mean, it worked out, you guys, but I'm like I'm not hating it. I'm not loving it. That's not what I said, Doc, is it? Please tell me it's not. I'm not redoing it again. I've reached that point. Watch this one be all perfect and beautiful because it's not the one I'm even narrating. I bet you. Or not, because I couldn't quite get that centered. Now it's lopsided as fuck. God damn it. Fucking first world problems, y'all. Alright. Light touch. Quick, careful strokes. No goobers. The hole, like I mentioned, is not as big of a deal since I'm only dipping 2 fingers instead of 3 fingers. Obviously, if you're aiming to use the center of the flower, then you don't want a hole. Unless the center of the flower is the same color as your base color, and then it doesn't matter. Because the hole will just be invisible. Alright, we've got some slightly weird, wonky things happening. Let's... Fucking A. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it, you guys. Alright. Going for it. I'm going to want to do another pointed flower after this because perfection ism is a thing that this is not satisfying. But I mean, it's okay. It's not like it's a bad marble. It could be a better marble. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I hate when that happens too. I mean, it's minor. But it means I did not connect them properly. I feel like I didn't quite like center the flowers on my nails either. You know? Like the center, you know, I don't know. They're fine. What have I missed in chat? They are very tropical. They remind me a little bit of like a hibiscus. The actual hibiscus marble that I've been planning for like multiple years, though, I was going to do over a gradient. But I mean, it like never got done. Yeah. I know I'd be tripping to Krista. Like, I know. But at the same time, like, man. And the white balance on this camera. It looks so coral on here. I know I say this all the time, and I swear I'm not just trying to get more views, but you guys got to check out the YouTube video of this, because the color... Like, this camera's goddamn lying to you. It just is. Let's see if Beanie's cam will tell the truth. Where? Hello? Nope, looking orange there. Looking orange here, but is it because I'm wearing orange? The one thing one of the things that I like best about the G7X, it is the most color accurate camera I've ever owned. No matter what colors are on the screen together, like we've had this discussion about how like this camera particularly hates my skin tone apparently, and every time like I get my hand on screen, the white balance changes. Like I don't feel like the G7 does that. I need to just, well, maybe not. I don't know. You know what I need to do? I need to wait until we get this fucking furnace taken care of and see how much that costs before I go spending a couple $100s on a capture card. That's what I need to do. We might be able to get a loan though, or a lot of even just the heating companies offer like 2 years, 0 interest or those type of deals. There's some community options that we've looked at also. Just as been difficult to fit in the getting the quotes done with the other stuff that's been going on this week with the medical things going on. So yeah, and like the other day I turned it off and I manually set the white balance, like I've been manually setting the focus, but that was also a very frustrating experience. And this camera resets every time I plug or unplug it, which is kind of annoying because OBS remembers the settings. Well, of course, I don't usually unplug those. But I used to unplug my other hand cam all the time because I could not open OBS with both hand cams or with both C920s plugged in. And it still would remember the settings, everything. And this one... Every time I plug it in, it acts like it's a goddamn new thing, and Discord is sitting here asking me if I want to change my microphone over to the C922 instead of the Yeti. It's like, no, Discord. In fact, actually, that's actually my own fault because I noticed today there's a thing that says, don't ask me again, which I once again neglected to check mark. Tape, latex, right hand, that stuff. Same thing we did on the left hand, but I suppose some people may be just popping in, just joining us, just getting off of work, or just getting onto Twitch for whatever reason. So, I'm still debating too. I mean, neither one of them is protected or prepped. If I want to try and do the thumbs together, I probably will. Because I like living dangerously. Yeah, it's like sometimes it gets my skin tone okay, and sometimes it just turns me into a weird pasty creature. This one. Forgot which cup I was using here for a minute. I've got so many just like laying around. I don't know too with the thumb. Like, okay, so we've got the flowers like here. So when the thumb pops in here, which way do we want the flower facing? Do we want the center on this side or on the outside? I kind of feel like we want it on the inside. Can't... You can't really see the design in this cam. That one you can a little bit better. So I need to decide which way I'm going to face it in addition to whether I'm going to dip them together. Like I kind of want to just to save time, and I mean save polish a little bit, but I'm actually not super worried about that because I've got plenty. More than plenty actually. It's not ice cold water like it should be because I forgot to put more ice in it, but it is still pretty cool. All right, we're drying pretty quickly here. We're going from wet looking to pearly looking, so I'm going to get started on the bullseye. Being very careful handling polished stems with taped fingers because that's a dangerous thing. Easy to knock things over or have a disaster. And we got, whoa, kind of a weird spread going here. It's trying. You gonna creep over there in that little corner? Well, I guess can circles have a corner? I mean, like a metaphorical corner? I mean, obviously not like a regular corner. Yeah, it's just spreading over there. That's actually a nice spread because it helps pull the polish when it spreads kind of slow. It indicates the water is a little bit dirty, but not like so dirty that it's unusable. That's like the pink spread and the center pink did not spread. Nail polish, why? Alright, so pulling all in. And of course, how many petals you do is completely up to you. We tested 8 petals and we tested 12 petals. You also, I mean, you could go super crazy and go to like 16 petals. Although really with like 16 petals, I think you're probably going to end up looking more like a burst than a flower. Usually, like if I want to do like the designs I call a burst, I'll do the outward strokes first and then the inward strokes. And it changes the shape very subtly. It's kind of like the difference when I was showing you guys doing chevrons, the difference between just going back and forth between, or going all one direction and then the other direction. Where am I going here? Maybe like this. Yeah, that's not bad. I already knew, honestly, that I wasn't going to like fall in love with this manicure. Because these are not my colors. So it would have had to turn out like the most beautiful, flawless water marble you've ever seen for me to love it. I'm not saying I can't love an orange or pink manicure. Because those monarch butterfly wings I did were super orange. And those were honestly one of my favorite manicures I've ever done. And I've done some really nice pink ones too. But these are they're like just okay to me. Hey! I like that one. I like that one a lot, Amethyst. Okay. I have an idea of how I could make this work for my thumbs. Should I try it? Well, we're not to the thumbs yet. We don't have to answer that yet. Whoa. That was almost an accident. Got kind of a lopsided spread on this one too. when certain inner rings go all the way to the edge of the cup instead of the actual outer ring on the edge of the cup. Sometimes like every one will do it and it just keeps breaking on that edge. But in this case, we just have, I'm talking about over here where the pink went all the way to the corner. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I feel like this marble is kind of a good example of how it can look a little bit janky in the cup to me. But on the nail, it turns out looking fine. I want to go like... Where do I want to go? Fuck. The decisions. Okay. I'm gonna go... Whoa. There. Oh, that one's very lopsided, but it's still cute. You see what I mean though? Like the center of the flower is like way down here instead of like up at the middle of the nail. Whoa. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Well, we did leave them out together, so I guess we didn't completely forget. We forgot to, or maybe did I decide I was going to do that later? Test those other colors as a gradient? I think I maybe decided I was going to do that later. Hey, son. You are in time for what is hopefully the last cup of the water marble. We've had some issues. I'm not loving or hating this manicure. Actually, you know, it's cute. I like it. It'll probably grow on me as I wear it. And it's really, really pretty. Can you guys... Maybe where's my... And it's damn near impossible to capture on camera. Like the golden sheen of the weird pink of Rainbow Puddles. I really, really like. Yeah, that kind of was the goal, and I like it for that. Like if you go and you look at my last, how many have we done now? 6? 5, 6? I think we've done 6 manicures for Water Marble March. And they all, they're all different, but they all are very cool tone colors. So I really did want to go warm for this. So I'm very pleased with it in that regard. Not that there's anything wrong with knowing what colors you really like and sticking to them, but I don't know. It's one of those balances, like I need to do what I like, but I also want to do stuff that other people like, and I know other people want to see other colors because everybody has their own favorite color. Don't want to leave out any colors. Oh, that reminds me, I also got to test my mom's yellow and gray color combination. I'm not positive if I will get to do her nails for this month. But even if it's not this month, I would like to, find a combination of those that works for her. So, my thought with this, well, let me do the bullseye, then I'll show you. Easier shown than said. Is that a thing that people say? I mean, I know there's easier said than done. But is there easier shown than said? There is now, if there wasn't before. This is going super, super. You see what I was talking about before over here? This actually, it doesn't matter as much because of what I was planning to do. But it's kind of interesting. Okay, so we were drawing flowers. This might not even work. I might end up doing a different cup. Let's pull you out to this side. So if I were to like go through here like this, could I actually do like this? And then do like another... No, that's not gonna work, is it? You see where I'm going with this, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay then. Fail. I maybe could do it if I chose to do them not at an angle, but then that would just end up looking like chevrons instead of petals. Yeah, sometimes I surprise myself. I do feel like I can put colors together even when they're not colors that I like. Like these, I feel like these go really well, even though I would... Well, obviously I like them enough to have bought them, but... Well, I didn't know Flavortown was a real thing. I thought Flavortown was just a place that Guy Fieri's taste buds went when he had something delicious. Oh, I always think sponge painting is super cool. You know, you guys remember that mossy sponge thing we did with that ripped off textured piece of sponge? I bet these colors would do some really cool things with that technique. Maybe over even like a white, like a pearl white, and then like dab, dab, dab. With hot, hot, hot pants. Does Guy Fieri have a Flavortown restaurant? I would think he would have like trademarked or copyrighted that. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe you can't just... That stuff's complicated. Like, sometimes you can just trademark a word. Nadia Cakes Cupcakes. Anybody that's local, you may know this, has trademarked the word vageode. Now, if you're wondering, why does that sound like a combination of the words vagina and geode? It's because it is. And it is in reference to a cake that people apparently thought looked like a very sparkly vagina. And now they make them all the time, and they totally owned it, and they fucking trademarked vageode. So, but like Flavortown, like that's just two words put together. Like, could you trademark that? It's not like a new word. It's not an actual thing. It's like an imaginary place, a concept. The concept of Flavortown. Okay, so instead of doing that, we're just going to do what we were doing before. And we're going to do the most awkward of the two thumb dips. Or, to be decided, I'm going to dip them the easier way, and then they're going to be facing different directions. One would be facing toward the outside of the nail, and one would be facing toward the inside of the nail. I need to make this decision in about the next 40 seconds, probably. I see chat moving, and I'm assuming y'all are in awe of my vageode knowledge. And if anybody wants to like Google and post in a picture of a vageode, go for it. Spelled just like you would think. Okay, we're going to do the awkward dip. Now we're going to go... The awkward dip, instead of being completely side by side, shit, my latex stuck. They kind of end up going in a V shape. Fucking A, I'm trying to pick the goodest points. The goodest, bestest of the points. I don't know. Let's just do it. Okay. I'm gonna do like this. They're next to each other. Everything is super awkward. Maybe if I do like almost like a fist. Okay. Now the problem here, as it always is man, how the fuck are we gonna get our fingers out? We're gonna stick it on our knuckles. Like this. Not on the nail. Stick the excess on your knuckles. And then once the surface is clear, we can do our slow pull out. And there we go. They're not very symmetrical for having been dipped in the same design at the same time. Let me get these off of here so I can go back and scroll up a little bit and check, because it's more than a screen's worth. Whoa, there we go. Whoa, that's really a little bit gnarly. Oh, Dr. Crotron did post an image. I'm assuming, yes, of the Vageode. They're pretty until someone calls them that. Oh, just butt spot. But it's for the beauty, Dr. Crotron. That jagged chunk is filled with rock candy, which some people probably are not down with rock candy. I love the fuck out of rock candy. It's flavored sugar. What's not to love? Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they have a couple sizes. I think there's one that's maybe about 75. That's a little smaller size. Yeah, it depends, Krista, like how I dip them. Is that maybe the third time, you guys, we've done that? It's the first time was the most awkward, but like basically, what was in my head when I first did it was like, if you've ever seen videos of like the water printing, which is basically like water marbling of like hubcaps and stuff, or bigger pieces. I've seen like acrylic marbled guitars or bikes even. They dip it in the water and then they swirl it to like make the excess move to the sides, and then they like pull it out real quick. And I didn't want to like get too into it and spill the whole cup of water on my desk, but that was the kind of the technique I used the very first time I did it. And then, oops, I kind of discovered accidentally that you can kind of, I mean, it makes sense because like when you dip in, you obviously already are getting it all over your knuckles, but to like intentionally get it on your knuckles and stick it there so that it doesn't stick on your design. And again, like this is more the placement I wanted. This is like an off-center placement of the flower, but they're both still cute. There's nothing. Sometimes I've even been going for, you know, this off-center placement, and of course those times I perfectly center them. Now you cannot unsee it. I mean, that's not what it started out being called. But like somebody said it, and instead of like get all like, oh, they just fucking rolled with it. They're kind of great. I love Nadia Cakes. They're also like a kind of freaking awesome company. They have what they call their people first policy. And as they have 2 stores in Minnesota, they've been closed a lot of days, like just because of the weather, just so that their employees do not have to fuck around and be out on the roads just to like serve people's cupcake addiction. You know, they'll post on their social media or whatever, like, you know, due to the expected weather, we've got limited hours or we're going to be closed. And I think that's, you know, kind of cool. Aside from the fact that the cupcakes are bomb and they sell edible cookie dough and cannolis and... Okay, if you live in Minnesota, go to Nadia Cakes, Maple Grove, or Woodbury. If you live in California, I forget. I kind of want to say Sunnyvale, but that might not be right. If you live in California, go figure out if you live close enough. Yeah, Dr. Croton, go figure out if you live close enough to their California location. Fondinas. Dude, It would be so easy. We just send him a picture of that silk dong from the Hollow Knight Silk Song trailer. Be like, could you do this as a cake? They'd be like, yeah. They can do, I mean, their work is amazing. Like, they have some awesome cake artists there. Sunnyvale? Is Sunnyvale like what? Is it far? Is it the hood? Is it the frou-frou land? I don't know. I don't know anything about Sunnyvale other than that's where Nadia Cake started. I didn't know it was Dan's game. You know, too, I don't think very often about how, like, a lot of the most popular emotes started out, like, just as channel emotes, and those streamers actually still have channels until I was, like, really looking for something to watch last night, and I wandered on the front page, and Craig was on there, and I was like, wait a minute, isn't that the Craigasm guy? And then I'm like, well, yeah, I guess that would actually make a lot of sense. His name is Craig. Or Craig G, or I don't know how you want to pronounce it. He had like 6,000 or something people watching him. Okay. Cleaning. I guess I don't need to go super fast here, but you guys know when I'm doing the recording stuff, even when I'm not speaking, I try to keep it focused for my own ease when I get to the editing part. Every now and then I make weird editing mistakes and I don't notice until I'm like uploading the video, and then I have to like everything, re-edit and re-export and re-upload and everything, which is easier to avoid if I keep everything like logical. Also, I sometimes, like, if I mess up what I'm saying, you'll see me, like, actually stop the recording and start a new recording instead of just, like, stopping what I'm saying and then speaking again. Because I've had times where I've, like, done the editing and then go to watch the watchback and then realize that, like, where I trimmed it was in front of the bad thing that I said, not in front of the actual start. Problems I would not have if I did a voiceover, I suppose, but I don't like doing voiceovers. I find it really hard to properly time what you're saying to what you're showing. Like, that's a skill. Having the appropriate amount of video and the appropriate amount of narration when you're not doing them at the same time, like, that's a difficult thing. The few times I've had to do it. Like, sometimes if I just make, like, a small mistake, I'll just put, like, a little, like, text correction in the video. Like, well, obviously I meant such and such, but sometimes it's, like, it's so bad I really actually do have to record new audio. And in that case, it's weird because I'm basically just wanting to say what I already said, except correctly. And it's still hard to properly time it to the video. I can't see myself ever fully moving to voiceovers because it's just too difficult. A suburb on San Jose, which is 4 hours away. Alright, Amethyst, thanks for hanging out. There may be a stream later, Amethyst, but I'm going to decide after dinner. I haven't done any community stuff, any community racing stuff this week, so if I'm up for it, might be a later stream. If you have time. If you don't, that's also fine. But FYI, and to everybody else also, FYI, if you just can't take enough of my idiocy, or if you have taken it, or if you want to take more, or words are so hard, you guys, I swear, like, I know what I want to say. I don't know. Can't quite say it. I don't want to, if I do stream, I don't want to stream too late, though. So I'd have to decide. I don't, which, I saw you post your rando time, Doc. Is that the only one you've done, or have you looked at either of the... Luke said he died a couple times on the vanilla bingo, and then he didn't feel like finishing it. And I'm not sure, since we've started marking them spoilers, if, Like what kind of time people are... Oh, God. It's oh, we've got a dent. See it? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a dent. It's an opportunity to place a rhinestone. Isn't that what we decided the other day? We are not sticking a rhinestone there. We are... I'm not sure what we're going to do. But we are not sticking a rhinestone there. It needs a little bit of polish surgery. Of some sort. Yeah, well, and too, Sakrista, it's like, I can't imagine actually remembering everything that, like, is going on in my head as I'm working, like, the little... And I don't include maybe as many, obviously, in the YouTube videos as, like, when we're live, but I try to include some of it, like, just little tips. I don't feel like that would come as naturally when you're doing a voiceover. I thought that it was considered a variation on the Heart Gina, Dr. Crotron, that Nightmare King Grimm comes out of. Yeah, I know they ship their cupcakes too, not just the cakes. And I don't think... I mean, I think that's expensive too, because they get shipped in like dry ice and stuff. So they're not just like tossed in a box and sent to you. You know, they're shipped so that they're kept cool. Yeah, editing is why I did not get very much sleep last night. Well, one of the reasons. I realized I was like planning to upload a video today, and I feel like they've been doing... I feel like I like getting them up a little bit earlier in the day, and that they also do a little bit better if I get them up like around noon instead of like around 5 or 6 or even 7 or 8. That's like not great, but it's not that noticeable. It's right by the cuticle, and it's on the right hand, so we're not going to mess with that anymore. It is not, Dr. Crotron. Hi, Dino. 6 donuts for $65. What the fuck? Thank you, Dino. Yeah, I agree with you, Sakrista. And it's just like the one I did most recently that I ended up having to do a voiceover for. It was during the 12 days of Christmas, and I was, you know, naming the days, and I realized during editing, I was like, wait a minute, that's the wrong day. So literally all I had to change, I mean, I could have just put in a note for that, but I was like, it's 12 days of Christmas. This should be right. 12 days of Christmas, I kind of raise my own standards a little bit, which is absurd because my own standards are already perfectionist standards. But it was like, even, okay, so, you know, I do the intros like this, which should be easy. And it was like, it was just weird. Like, my hands were doing weird things on either side of where I was naturally talking, and trying to, like, match my own original cadence was surprisingly difficult. I got it to an okay place. I mean, if it had really sucked, I probably would have just gone back to, like I said, making a little text note, but... And Dr. Crotron, I know, was saying the same thing when he was doing his Hollow Knight tutorial. Like, trying to voice over the appropriate amount is super difficult. Why is this... Do I have a little bit of latex left here? Yes. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there, please. Ew. Hey, kittens. We've got a successful manicure, kittens. it was sunny. Oh, now it's dark. It's dark. It was sunny. It was sunny enough today that I went outside in my robe and pajamas and was comfortable. That was really nice. And I went out again after I was dressed with just a sweater on and not a jacket and was comfortable. Other than that, unfortunately, I don't have much. Delicious corned beef. Corned beef is delicious. Oh, we should do bubbles too while we're doing cleanup. I'm like seriously almost forgot about bubbles. I was almost about to reach for top coat. And then I opened my eyeballs and was like, oh yeah. We got quite a few bubbles on some of these. I feel like we're not quite in focus here. Oh, I should close these. Why are these still open? Why are these still open? Sparkling water, like just to drink? Okay, plain water, carbonated, I don't get. Carbonated flavored water without sweetening, I don't get. Flavored sugary sparkly water, yeah, yum. $89, so that has to be like $40 shipping, I think, son. I'm trying to remember what it is in the store. Or you don't get the discount if you order online. Because like in the store, I want to say that cupcakes are like $4.50 or $5 each. But if you, I want to call it a bundle, but like if you package, like if you get 4 or 6 or 12, you get like a discount. So it's not like, 12 times whatever the base price is. Or am I wrong on my pricing? Are they $3.50 or no? I think they're $4.50. This shows. I mean, it's kind of good, but it's also like kind of makes me sad because I used to love going up there. I used to buy cupcakes up there all the time. They will freeze. They will also keep in your refrigerator. Oh yeah, I forgot Boz was sick. I should have wished him well when he was in here. You can pass that along for me, LJ. I'm glad he's feeling better. No, he doesn't want to. You can have dessert first, Krista. That's fine. I wish I had cupcakes, but I have peanut butter, triple butter oatmeal cookies. I think I'm going to stick with this name, even though it sounds kind of indulgent, but they are indulgent. Yeah, I mean, and I think you get more. I'm sure if I did it more, I'd start getting better at it. Like, if you're aware of it, Caritha, I think that's the first step. Or, like, just even being willing to rewrite your script if you're working from a script. Like, if you realize you have more to say than you have room to say it. I'm just gently pressing down bubbles here, you guys. Why is this? Let's... Oops. I wanna get a good close-up bubble shot for you guys. Focus, please. There. See the bubbles? Like right here. Just press, press, press gently till it's flat. Press, press, press. And sometimes you can still see them. Like sometimes they end up still just looking like little water spots. But it's better than just allowing the top coat to pop them. Forget what I was saying. Oh, like if you realize that you're like trying to cram too much into one video clip, like be willing to revise your script and, not just speak faster to fit in what you originally wrote, but maybe like rewrote it to be a little bit more succinct or something. I mean, I have definitely seen them well done and poorly done and everywhere in between. I think it comes down to a matter of preference too. I thought quite long and hard about switching over to voiceovers. Oh, I didn't readjust the focus. I'm sorry, you guys. Like here. Right there. Okay. Because the Yeti, the one that I use for streaming, is a much better microphone than what the camera has. So there's that. But it still was too much of a hassle for me. Aside from the fact that's extra work. Like you got to line it up properly with the video. In addition to recording the voiceover, you got to like line it up where it needs to be. And editing is already my least favorite thing of everything. Okay, we're almost ready for top coat here. These bubbles are just about taken care of. And everything else looks pretty good. Probably going to need 2 coats of top coat on this one because I bet some of these smaller ones are going to bubble up once the top coat touches them. Free ship. Maybe the place that's shipping them isn't charging you shipping, but somebody's charging something, because I can tell you that a dozen cupcakes does not cost $89 in the shop. I want to say a dozen is like maybe 42 or something. I mean, they're not like cheap grocery store cupcakes. I kind of want to call them elite cupcakes. They're really good. They're really, really good. Oh, you want to see the cookies? I can show the cookies. I could eat a cookie right now. That'll hold me over until we finish the top coat. The top coat. Tin. Obviously a kitchen tin because it's got kitchen things on it. And we have peanut butter oatmeal cookies with peanut butter and butterscotch chips. I'm like stuck on this flavor. They're not, I didn't make them huge. I like making them small. They're soft. Candy canes. They do kind of look like candy canes on the camera. In fact, I'm not going to do that because it doesn't make me happy. I'll stick them over here. They look less candy caney over here. Uh-oh. God damn it. I got crumbs in my boobs. Like all kinds of crumbs. Okay, let's sit up. God damn it. But every freaking time. Plus, no, that's not right, Dr. Crotron. Hand claps are for syncing multiple videos. You can't do that with a voiceover. I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute. No, I know that. That's how that works. Yeah, they're kind of artisan cupcakes. They have a lot of different cool flavors. They sell macaroons there. It's almost gone. Can you see? There's a chip. They're little sturdy suckers. They're thick and cushy and full of oatmeal. I feel rejuvenated or something. Oh no, get the crumbs away. Okay, time for top coat, y'all. Top coat. Almost as delicious as a triple butter cookie. Cake and cupcakes and pizza. Let's talk about healthy things, you guys. Once you've finished cleanup, you can finish. What other word means finish? It's been irking me lately. It's irked me before, but I don't know what else to say. Once you finish cleanup, you can finish with the top coat. Once you've completed cleanup, you can finish with top coat. Once you've finished cleanup, you can complete with top coat. Once your cleanup is done, you can finish with top coat. Once you've cleaned up everything, you could... Okay, this... I'm like being obsessive about this, and I really ought not be. It's fucking minor. Terminate. Once your cleanup is terminated. Okay. Done. Pizza cake and cupcakes are fine within reason. I had pizza actually yesterday for dinner. It was pretty damn good. From Papa Murphy's. Bake it at home. Eat it hot out of the oven. Once you're done with your cleanup, you can finish with a top coat. And as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. Alright. Work your magic, top coat. That's nice. And honestly, this is one, if this pink didn't have this weird, like, semi-multi-chrome gold shimmer to it, this might be a candidate for a hollow top coat. But I feel like that would distract from the really pretty subtlety of that golden pink. Sometimes you just gotta let subtle colors be subtle. Yeah, I'm liking this. I like it a lot. And very, very different colors from everything else we've done this month. For sure. Yeah, the thumb somehow almost looks like a reciprocal water marble, which is not a thing that I think is possible. But do you see what I mean? How like the colors almost seem like they shift within each layer? It's growing on me, you guys. It's gone from okay to quite good, I think. Accomplish, achieve, clinch, close, complete, conclude, do, end, make, settle, stop, wind up, wrap up, cease, crown, culminate. Once your cleanup is culminated, determine, discharge, effect, execute, finalize, fold, fulfill, halt, perfect, scratch. Ooh, yeah, once your cleanup is finalized, you can perfect your manicure with top coat. That would actually be so good, though. Scratch, scrub, shutter, terminate, ultimate, wrap, bag it, break up, bring close to, carry through, deal with, get out of the way, hang it up, have done with, make short. Once you've made short work of your cleanup. So many ways I could say it. Dr. Crotron, thank you so much for your thesaurus abilities. Dino. If you have to call, it's not happening. I just realized I almost top coated a crumb. Oh no, that's not a crumb. That's another little goober of latex, I think. Oh no, actually that was a little piece of hangnail. That was already thankfully mostly detached, or I would have just ripped myself a painful thing. I almost said new asshole, and then I realized that just was completely out of context and wrong. Nails don't have assholes. Well, if you rip off a hangnail bad enough. No, I'm sorry. Let me stop. Let me stop right now. All right. We're closing in. We're gonna do another coat of top coat, and I'll show you why in just a sec. Can you see a little bit there on the tip of that when you can? They're just not fully smooth. Oh, DiGiorno, yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling, son. Online ordering and apps for your phone that'll order for you. They really are a godsend. Alright, we're just gonna smooth out those couple bubbles that rose through. And then we are gonna call it a manicure. Yeah, you know, this is already growing on me. And this is why you should step out of your comfort zone. It's just like when my mom used to only wear sheer pink polishes. And she couldn't possibly picture herself wearing anything, you know, weird or whatever. But when she tried it, she liked it. Especially like a nice gray blue. Those kind of colors always remind me of my mom. Or like a nice denim blue. That Schweet bottle's getting a little bit empty. Maybe I'll have to remember to refill that after stream. I mean, not empty, but it's not completely nicely topped off anymore. You hate texting too, Sakrista? Yeah, calling people. Like, I could never work in a call center. Like, just calling strangers all day long. Oh my god. I have done, like, call center type work before and, like, been very, very unhappy with it. Because it was not supposed to be part of my job description. And my department was called in to help cover when the call center was short. And it's like, how is this our problem? And it was like, you know, well, we just, you know, everybody has to kick in and help out. Everybody's helping out. It's like, look, I have my own shit to do. And this, I'm very uncomfortable with this. And like, I didn't really have a choice of saying no. Man, it would have been great if I was ready to leave my job at that point. I'd have been like, fuck you, I quit. I'm not calling anybody. But I couldn't do that at the time. So I had to really like, you know, do the deep breathing exercise and just like fucking hype myself up and pray to God and cross my fingers. Please, 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 please let me get an answering machine. Please, 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 please. Which, I mean, really, you have a pretty good chance of during the day. A lot of people are at work. I don't know if I want to say most people. Because, I mean, there's people that work from home. There's people that work odd hours or odd days or have a day off or they're retired or whatever. But a lot of people are gone during the day. So a lot of the time I did get that answering machine that I was praying for. Let's see if you like this a little bit better. Webcam. Yeah. It actually likes my skin a lot better with that dark background. This is still, it's pinker in person. Let me adjust this focus a little bit. Where are we? Right about there. Close. It's pinker in person. This turned out really pretty, I think. Oh, yeah. Call Butters, yeah. Yeah, Sakrista. I mean, it used to be you couldn't even, like, to find a blue polish was like, pfft, blue polish? That's silly. And now it's like, kind of, it's pretty mainstream. Which is why I'm always so surprised when there are still people that, like, have jobs that, like, don't let you have certain colors of polish on. Like, what actually the hell? You hate doing your own. You know, I can actually kind of feel that because it's like, well, if you're going to pay me, I can get on the phone. Let me see where I can send you lovely people that have put up with all my absurdity today to come out here at this lovely finished manicure. What do we got going here? Oh, I've been missing it. I didn't even know this was on. I would have got my shit together way more. I could have been watching that for dinner. They're probably almost done. There's a tournament match going. Um, I'm kind of indecisive. There's like a lot of people on. What do you guys think? Video games or creative? Braver professionally than personally. I can understand that too. Never answer the phone. Let you do voicemail. Yeah, you can prepare a response, definitely. I couldn't get away with that at my job. It's like, hopefully it would just ring if I'm away from the desk, or even better, like not get any phone calls. Would you guys like, oh God, there's like so much. Like there's sculpting. There's some zombie stuff happening. Some new prosthetics. Glass blowing. I'm probably going to go over to the tournament. Maybe I'll host the tournament. What the hell? I like to host creative though. I just hosted Toby the other day though. I feel like this shouldn't be so hard. It's so much easier when just like when Doc or Luke are on. It's like, oh, automatically I know exactly who I want to host. How many people do I have to throw around here? Oh, the stress. I don't know. See, this is the indecisiveness that I had last night when we were testing. Since I just hosted Toby the other day, I'm going to send you guys on over to Jordan, but I'm just going to host instead of raid because I don't know her that well. I feel like I know Toby pretty well now. I hang out there quite often. He's got a really cozy little community. Oh gosh, it's 8:15. I did not think it was quite that late. I was hoping it was like 7:30. But yeah, I've been live for 3.5 hours, not 2 hours and something. We'll see how long it takes me to do dinner. I mean, I'm gonna, clean up my desk, record the intro and outro, take some pictures, eat dinner, and if I can wrap all that up within maybe like an hour or so, maybe I'll pop on and do a little bit of Hollow Knight if you guys want to come and hang out with me. Otherwise, Saturday afternoon, our normal nail art stream. Whether we do a manicure will probably depend on how this wears. If it's wearing well, we'll just do some testing. If it's like starting to lift or whatever, we'll probably take it off and do something else. Of course, we don't really have anything else ready to go, do we? We'd have to do more testing either way. But, yeah. That's the plan for now. Like I said, tonight it'll just depend on how I'm feeling after all that gets done. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, afternoon, or maybe morning, depending on wherever you are. And I hope I'll see you all next time.
Damn, what the fuck? What? Thank you so much. I also never get drunk. What?